terribly long set of notes. We were in the dwarven ruins. The door was locked. I went to open it, but we were interrupted by a scout from Blackwater who wanted us to hang out with Stacy the sorcerer for a bit. Behind this mysterious locked door was two skeletons chained to a wall with a flaming ruin in the center of them. Sorry.
Are you on your phone, by the way? You sound a lot different.
No, I'm on my computer with my headphones.
Okay.
I haven't connected my mic yet. I'm in the kitchen making food.
All right. Sorry, go ahead.
We noticed that the skeletons were dwarvish. Darenu opened the door and revealed a boat axe. The boat axe fight did not go well. The party managed to cross so we backtracked and went to the fragile floor, which we managed to cross. Darenu took a moment to briefly try to convert Lyra over to the Church of No One's Business. Nob came across a vault structure with 3 pressure plate traps, and Elise was able to disable the 3 pressure traps. Stacy managed to dispel all of the ruins on the door, and we entered the vault, coming across 6 dwarven, specters.
Yeah, soldiers.
Elise, Patrick, and Darren managed to persuade the dwarves to stand down. Elise convinced the commander to go to the laboratory, and he left with 2 of his soldiers.
All right.
So now we are in the process of waiting for them to leave to get the other 3 specters alone so we can, I don't know, do something evil and terrible to them.
I see. All right. Interesting. So, thank you for that recap. It is the 28th of fall at 3:15 in the PM. Or, is it 15:15 for the, whoever used that time type. What is that called? Military standard?
Yeah, military.
Yeah.
24 minutes up.
Yeah. So what
Just
does the group wish to do? Oh, one thing I should say, now that Stacy has left, are we interested in having her be like just a sidekick to the group to help keep you guys at 6 during fights?
Can I make a completely different sidekick?
And call her Stacy?
No.
At this point, we could do a different sidekick if you want to hire someone back in town. If you use Stacy, I'll give you that magic using sidekick for free. Just because. No, there are no pixie sidekicks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe if you go to the Feywild. And so you want to remake her as a sidekick?
I actually want me to do that, Camden.
Yeah. It would. I mean, as long as it's it might not be as strong. You probably have more hit points, but she might have less spells. But yeah, if you want to take the time to do that, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I can do that. It won't take me too long.
But for now, if you want, you can just control her as is. Yeah. But otherwise, I was gonna just have her in the background and probably leave. So yeah, if you wanna.
Who wants to create and control the sidekick, or? Do you guys just want me to deal with it?
It's up to you if you want it or not.
I think they want you to do it.
If he doesn't want to do it, I'll use her. It's up to him.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I just thought it would be a good way to keep you at 6 for the fights and whatnot. As for the RP, I could control them, like, character-wise. I just don't like doing allied PCs in battle, usually.
Makes sense.
Alright, so anyway, back to the story. The 3 spectral dwarves are moving towards the north. Just kind of going past everyone. Is anyone doing anything?
I believe we're letting them leave as our first priority.
I'm gonna go up to them and I'm gonna go into the building and I'm just gonna yell like, "Oh, laddies, how was your how's your families?"
Give me a persuasion check.
Just like trying to make friends with these guys.
They don't seem very keen on talking. They would say, we are spirits. Most likely our families died long ago.
Oh, and why have you not joined them?
Or wait, hang on. Actually, no. When you ask them about their families, they seem distant and a bit confused, almost as if they kind of don't remember anything about their families.
Your families, you know, you got any loved ones?
One of them looks at you.
Waiting for you to return?
Yes, well, she's, he just seems to stutter a bit, as if he doesn't remember suddenly. He says, I don't know. Why can't I remember? And the other looks at him and says, now that you mentioned it, yes, I can't really remember much either.
That's strange. Perhaps it's some orc trickery.
Give me a deception or persuasion. They seem deep in thought, but don't answer.
Is there anything else from your past lives, past life before the war, that you can remember? What is the last thing that you remember?
Well, the attacks, really, I remember being on duty near the vault, and the screams began, and people were running to and fro, and then we sealed ourselves inside with the golem.
The golem?
He says, oh, yes, and he kind of points towards the back in the darkness, which you probably can't see anything.
No. Does it still work? How has it been to protect you? How useful has it been to protect you?
He says, I have not, we did not create the golem. I don't know, one of the Rude Masters did. It hasn't moved since we've been here.
And how long have you been here?
Well, I mean, the attack was, I'm not sure. Who did you say you were again?
Insert classic dwarven name. I don't know.
What relevance did you have to all this? You said you were with the army?
Yes, I'm a scout.
Give me another.
Messenger
me an-
for the,
Give me another deception check. Says you're traveling with quite a large group, aren't you? Are you all scouts?
bringing reinforcements to relieve you of your duties here, sir. So that you can go back to your family and loved ones.
He says, oh. Well, I'm sure once the captain gets everything sorted, we can leave. And then he just kind of sits there again, as if suddenly, like, more deep in thought now. What does the group want to do?
Lost the plan.
What do we do? We're going to long rest once we got in here, but then these are in here, so I don't know what we're doing.
Can I are we planning? Do we get do you have a sense of how long it'll take the captain to get back to the laboratory?
You don't know it. Well, you don't think it'll take too long because it's right down the hallway. So you're guessing, you know, depending on where he goes from there, maybe a couple of minutes.
Can I see the golem they mentioned?
It
Can
doesn't
I
look
see
like it.
anything
There's no real light in this
in the
vault.
room?
Can I
Like,
light
even
up
when
my
Not even
can I
with
light
a
up my
light bulb?
lantern? Can I light up my lantern and go look at it?
Sure. So go ahead and mark yourself with the light icon if you're lighting your lantern.
How do I do that?
You just choose it's a lantern icon. This one. Which will light up the room
Oh, there
quite
we
a
go.
bit more. And now you would see that there is in fact a large metal creature standing at the back of the vault. It looks like some kind of dwarf clad in heavy armor and wielding a huge cleaver. Or a sword, anyway.
Does it look similar to me?
No, it looks much tougher.
Okay.
You're not made of pure metal.
Well,
So yeah,
Can
you
I
can all go ahead.
Can I go up to it and inspect it?
So if you walk close to the golem, it doesn't seem to take much note of you. One of the soldiers would say, "Be careful not to touch anything. I think that will trigger it."
Good to know.
He says, "We were warned a long time ago that if we came in the vault, we were not to disturb anything." I assume they gave you the same training.
Oh yes, no, I must have forgotten.
Give me another deception. He nods and says, "Well, just be careful." So if you take a closer look at the golem, Arcana might actually tell you something, because I think you did have Arcana training, right?
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
Stacy does.
That's
yeah.
true. Actually, Lyra does as well. But I'll say,
I'm working on it, guys.
wait, is Lyra with you right now?
She should
Yes.
be.
Oh, that's weird. Why don't I have her with the group? There we go. So yeah, I'll say Lyra walks up very cautiously, keeping an eye on the soldiers. And she says, "Yeah, this is definitely a Therian device." You look at the markings here, and then she just starts going off on a tangent on Fairy and Rudemaster technology and all this other stuff that she seems fascinated by.
I am
Realizing,
listening intently.
oh,
I
okay.
am listening intently.
Well, if you are intent, then she very happily continues. But at the end of it, she says, "A very dangerous creature, to be sure. We should be careful about angering it. I don't have any way of, well, I don't have a reliable way of calming it if it does get angered." One of the ghosts says, "Well, just as I said, don't touch anything, and it should be fine." She says, "Oh, yes, right. My apologies." She says, "I probably shouldn't." She says under her breath, "I probably shouldn't speak. I'll probably say something stupid. I'm not good at deceptions." But yes, this could be a very effective guardian for this place.
Yep, more stuff we can't touch.
What do you want to do?
Do I see a magic button that disables the mechanical dude?
You don't think this is mechanical, probably a magical creation. There's probably not a button that just turns it off.
Why can't there be a button that off?
Because we're not allowed to try anything.
Lyra would say, "Do you know where the Rudemaster is that created this?" And the soldier would say, "I think he... Well, I would guess he was in the laboratories. But at this point, with all the fighting and everything, I would assume he was evacuated. I couldn't say for sure. Maybe he's at the Hollow Point?" And he shrugs. Lyra says, "Oh, a Hollow Point." Says, "Yeah, the Hollow Point." Lyra seems to get excited, and she says, "Oh, well, do you know where that is?" He looks at her a bit suspiciously. Says, "They didn't show you around this place at all?" She says, "Oh,
It's been, I mean, with all the fighting, it's been hard to really show newcomers around properly."
Says, "I didn't realize that she was a newcomer." All right, well, the Hollow Point is probably to the west. If you go out to the main hall, go southwest from there through the southern laboratories, you should find it. Says, "I would think it might be a good idea to check in there anyway." I assume that's, if the Rudemaster is here, he's probably held up there.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
He nods. You would notice he gets kind of a weird, like, 1,000-yard stare after a moment when he's not talking. Almost like his mind goes somewhere else. But
What are you thinking about?
Oh, what do you mean? Sorry.
You just kind of your mind seems to wander off there.
Oh, did it? My apologies. I didn't even notice. And he kind of sits in thought for a moment. What does the group want to do?
I want to check these big fuck off statues and see if they potentially look like things that can take our fucking heads off.
The larger stone statues, they seem like they're very intricately carved. They look like soldiers as well, though standing in a more defensive stance, whereas the metal one is standing kind of like in a neutral stance. You're not sure if they're golems. It's hard to tell just by looking at them. But yeah, they don't react to you moving up and, touching them in any way, examining them.
What's the space kind of behind the metal golem?
So it looks like the area back there may have caved in. It looks like parts of the wall have come down. Investigation might tell you more
Okay.
if you want to walk back there.
Sure.
So you investigate the area back here. Do you have survival by any chance?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it looks as if there was a cave in.
But if I think I needed those abilities, I'd call like Daranu over.
I don't know if you'd think about that. There's just something you might notice if you had it. It just looks like it caved in back here. Like parts of the walls kind of came down. Although with the investigation roll, you might notice that the some of the pieces of stone are scarred by what look like pick strikes. So this may have actually been dug out or in by someone. It's hard to say.
Hey lads, and I'm gonna call out to the dwarf inspectors. What happened back here?
Oh, I don't know. Seems like maybe some structural issues.
Come have a look.
So one of them walks over.
Do those look like pickaxe marks to you?
Perhaps. Very strange. He says, I don't remember anyone digging back here.
Well, I mean, you've spent that. I mean, you don't remember anything beyond the vault, right? Maybe this has something to do with your memory loss.
I don't know. What would digging back here have anything to do with my memories?
Well, it's strange that you wouldn't remember any digging. I mean, the vault isn't that big. You definitely hear it.
Well, maybe it was like this. Perhaps I just forgot. He says, I'm not sure.
Or maybe there's orc intruders who are attempting to infiltrate the vault from an alternate route, and you didn't notice, soldier.
Give me a persuasion check. Or, yeah, I guess persuasion. He kind of looks around. He says, I suppose it's possible, but I don't see anything back here.
Of course you don't see anything. The orcs, they're tricky.
Well, you might be right. Perhaps we should,
Don't you hear the clicking of them trying to break through the wall?
He says, no, I don't hear anything. Maybe you should go tell the commander.
I should. This isn't my mistake. I only just noticed your mistakes.
Give me...
You
No.
and the other guy should go and update him. Persuasion?
Yeah, give me another persuasion. He says, well, I don't know if this is my mistake, but you might be right. It might be good to let him know about what happened. The other one says, wait, I think we're supposed to stay here. He told us to stay, and he says, well, the golem can keep an eye on things. The commander's probably close by. The others just...
help the golem watch.
They just sort of shrug and say, all right, let's go make sure he knows if there are orcs sapping through the walls somewhere. And they just sort of head north and out of here.
Alright, guys. What do we want to do about this frickin' golem?
Fuck all we can do.
Can we just grab everything and run?
Nah, no.
No.
Lyra would say, yeah, there's probably... I mean, the only thing I could think of is maybe the creator left some sort of instructions for it not to attack certain individuals, but without that knowledge, it would be very dangerous to try to touch anything. We might need to search around more for answers. There could be some deeper within, although then we'd have to contend with a Bodak.
Theoretically, there's 6 Spectre soldiers heading that fucking way.
Says that was
They might have dented it.
well done getting rid of them, no one. Some top-notch, at least some top-notch deceiving that you did.
Appreciate that. But I'm not sure how useful it will be.
Well, if you had not said anything, we probably would have had to contend with them, and that would have put us at risk. So if nothing else, you protected us for the moment. Says I don't know.
With them. Who's in this fucking thing?
Sorry, what?
Contend with them isn't a concern when this fucking thing's standing here.
She says,
Stone one's bad enough. This one's fucking made out of iron.
so I would agree the golem is a bigger roadblock, but hopefully there are answers somewhere. Yeah.
GM, do I get, like, examining the golem, do I get a sense that it, because you mentioned that it probably doesn't react to like, the room masters.
That's what Lyra said, yeah.
Is that a visual thing, or is it like it recognizes the individual? Like could I deceive the machine, the golem, into thinking that I was a rune master?
Are you asking Lyra?
Like, yeah, I guess I'm asking Lyra, but like basically I'm wondering if,
I mean, without arcane knowledge, you don't know much about how these work. If you ask Lyra, she would say the constructs, I mean, they are given very, well, not always very specific, but fairly specific instructions. It's hard to deceive them unless you can somehow trick them visually, maybe. But golems tend to be very, what would be a good word? They're pretty steadfast. They don't really get distracted by talk or any type of deception. Like, they have their orders and they just follow them. I don't think this one will do anything for 1,000 years, but if one of us touches one of the pieces of gold here, it might suddenly smash us to bits, then just go back to sleep for another 1,000 years.
okay, so I got a crazy idea.
Figure out what this guy's master looks like. Time to fuck off.
Yes. So basically, remember that rune master that we saw in the bubble?
Mm-hmm.
The bones?
He was a skeleton, right?
Yep.
Lyra nods.
Can we also not do
Could-
this until we've had a long rest?
Could we reconstruct his face out of the bones? I'll turn into him. And then
Could we
Go back.
also not do this until we're rested? In case this goes wrong.
Resting is a brilliant idea. That should possibly be a thing. And in terms of deceiving him, it would have to be an order that he would have to go and do. You can't tell him not to fuck with us and then touch a piece of gold, because we wouldn't know if deception worked at that point.
I agree.
Go
How do you...
We could go tell him to clear out the laboratory.
Yeah. Do you reckon you could look like someone whose bones you've only seen?
I imagine it would take some medicine skills.
That would be a pretty tough thing to do, just knowing someone's face by looking at their bones.
Also,
More
what
likely...
about hair?
Or, go ahead, sorry.
Also,
No, but
what
like-
about hair? Hair color, hair length? You can't really tell that from a corpse.
Weird.
Lyra Lyra scratches her chin a little. She says, well, there might be a way. I don't know as much about divination spells, but I know there are magics that can reveal secrets from the past. Maybe speak to the dead, some way of... as I said, I don't know much about what would happen, but that's the only way I could think of, some sort of magical divination to gain information.
And I assume you don't have any of those spells.
She says, no, I do have, what's it called? What was the second level one?
I mean, I could do that as well after a long rest.
She
I don't
says,
think speaking with them is gonna matter. We might need to find like a picture of them.
and she nods. She says, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how, I know clerics can speak with the dead, but I don't know if that would give you a vision of what they look like, only their voice. So I agree with Duranu. We would have to find more information about this rune master and make sure it's even the right one. I mean, we don't know if that one in the shielding is the one who crafted the golem. It's not worth the risk. I think looking around more first would be the way to go.
So our only options at this point is to take a rest and then go fuck with a bow axe.
And she says, and remember, we're also trying to find a way through here to figure out what the route to the Blood Hand is. Or at least that's what Blackwater wants us to do.
Wow, you do work for Blackwater, for now at least.
She says, don't we all work for Blackwater?
No, we're Blackwater's partners.
Alright, well, certainly, but, I mean, as allies, we're working with him, or you are.
We're working with him, you're working for him. There's a difference. You could work with him as well if you wanted, but that's obviously your choice.
Give me a persuasion check.
This again.
Ooh, a 10.
She says, yeah, maybe. But for now, what should we do?
As Patchwork says, rest.
Yeah.
Alright, so you just...
So I wonder. First, I wonder if we can close the vault door, and second, I wonder if the specters can go through walls.
I don't know if we want to close ourselves in here. I'm just a little worried that we might not be able to open it. But if you all want to, I suppose we could.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
an
think closing the
option,
door on it would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Or at least one of us might want to stay outside if we do that. Alright, so you're going to rest inside the vault here?
Don't see why not.
For now.
Alright, so... Is everyone coming in, or are the two of you still staying back there?
We're not shutting the door, right? Door vault door staying open.
Yeah.
Probably rest outside the vault, ready to run. I'm ready to bolt.
Alright. So...
Actually, I'm going to sleep next to wherever the fuck Kai is.
As here.
And just Kai's over there. Cool. We'll sleep here, Kai, and not go inside. And specifically, not go inside so you can't touch anything.
Kai's not allowed in there right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go see Kai, ask him how his potatoes are doing.
Oh, shenanigans.
All right.
I'm gonna use my alarm spell as a ritual around. I guess, Patrick, are we staying in here, or do we want to go out with the rest of the party?
I don't mind either way.
You can cast alarm as many times as you want.
Yep, just as long as you have enough time, I believe.
Before I go to sleep, I'd have come in here and I would have ritually cast Detect Magic just to see if anything lit up.
All right, so you are taking 10 minutes. Passing time, unless anyone says they're doing anything.
I am ritually casting alarm around Patrick and I.
Okay, so you are also taking time doing a ritual. Go ahead and link alarm. Pretty much have Detect Magic memorized. You probably link it anyway, just so we have it in the logs.
And then give myself the spell slot back.
Well, if you click on description, it won't take the spell slot, just FYI.
You're a
No, I
druid.
remembered afterwards.
You're a druid.
Yeah, I did ritually casted it. I forgot to click the description bit.
No,
Yeah.
you're a druid. You can't ritually cast.
Oh, druid.
I
Well,
can
they
ritually cast as long as I've got the spell
prepared. Yeah.
Which
So-
I do have.
Yeah. So
What?
yeah, wizards can do any spell that they have, even non-prepared ones. Druids can. I'm pretty sure druids do have ritual casting. They just have to have the spell prepared.
Hang on. Yeah, I'll do it. There you are.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, he's fine.
Okay.
So we're both 1 minute. So the alarm spell is a 20-foot cube. Go ahead and place where you're putting it. And note the current time is 3:30. So if you want to put in extended effects, you know how long it'll last for the 8 hours.
Do you want to do the expanded effect, or do you want me to do it?
Can you do it?
I can do it. And what is the current time?
It is 3:30 p.m. You should always be able to see the calendar under important campaign info in the journal. I just have to update it sometimes. So you're putting it right here?
Yep.
Okay. Casting Detect Magic, you would see quite a bit of magic in here. You would see auras coming from the alarm, of course. Aura coming from the tapestries, from the armor over here, the potions. Coming
I'd
from
walk around.
this.
After I've ritually cast it, I would walk around the whole room.
Alright, there's a pouch here that has an aura on it. The chests here have auras coming from inside them. And the vault door has several auras on it as well. You notice that the surrounding stonework has been magically enhanced, and the area inside the vault as well has a magical aura on it.
What school is the general aura of the vault? Quinton?
Yeah.
Which part of the vault?
Walls and the general aura around it is what I asked about.
So the walls. The walls are.
Can be aspiration.
The walls have transmutation on them. The vault door has transmutation, aberration, and
Abjuration.
Yeah, transmutation and abjuration.
So strengthening and protection.
Yeah, the walls are just transmutation. The interior of the vault has an abjuration aura on it, like just the area in here. And you would notice there are some conjuration auras kind of near where the holes in the wall are, which is a little odd. Because usually for conjuration, there would have to be something summoned.
That's why they're
Oh.
fucking weird.
That's all
That's
you
why-
get.
Okay, can I walk over to the walls where the conjuration stuff is and see what I can see? Like, do I see runes? Do I see like a void?
So back here, if you get closer to the auras, you would see them coming from the floor over here. If you look closer, there is a bunch of dust on the floor. Excuse me.
And I druidcraft the dusty floor away with the gust of wind.
Sure. So you wave your fingers, casting a spell, and the wind just making a little dust cloud. And indeed, there would be ruins that are on the floor here.
Okay.
Like, you don't know if they're etched in or magically just there, but yeah, the dust was covering them. And that you assume this is the this is what's making the aura. You don't know much about what it is though.
Lyra, Stacy, one of you. Oh, Patchwork, you speak Dwarvish. You know Dwarvish runes.
Sure, I can take a look at that.
Lyra, Stacy, could you like check this for magic stuff because I'm really useless at it.
I'll have a look too.
Yeah, Lyra walks over. She says, "Oh, what's this?" Well, what do you? How did you find these? Or were you casting detect magic? Is that how you found this?
Yeah.
These look like the same type of runes that the skeleton had implied or had used to create his force field. I guess this is Rune Master magic. Doesn't say anything in Dwarvish, I don't think, and sort of looks at Patchwork.
Does it say anything in Dwarvish I could decipher?
No, it just looks like symbols to you. He says, I'm
No,
not
sorry.
really... Yeah, I'm not really sure what their purpose are. You said they're conjuration?
Yeah.
Curious. Well... No, I don't really know why they'd be back here. This isn't part of the main vault area. If someone was digging back here, maybe it had something to do with an excavation. There's a lot of unanswered questions about this.
How the cave-in that that Elise found, is it like stone or dirt?
Back here?
Yeah.
Oh, this is all stone. This is almost like solid stone. You think a lot of this may have been built around the vault to make it more secure? Like it's worked stone. It's very solid, other than where the breaks were in like this area and this area over here.
Lyra, what happens if we fuck up Rune Master runes?
I mean, I don't know much about them, but I would guess it would be similar to breaking any sort of magical device or creation. It would probably release the magic in a dangerous way. So,
The problem is we don't know what it's conjured. And
she says, oh, well, if the magic's still there, then it either conjured something and it is holding it in place, or it hasn't conjured something yet and will trigger.
can I tell? Is stone? Is it has it been conjured, or is it naturally there?
It seems like it's naturally there. I mean, there isn't really a good way to tell that, I don't think. She says, I don't think they would have conjured the stone for the walls. It seems like not a good long-term solution.
But why
If we
conjure
were
anything
to
when
think
you?
about what you've already seen, the fact that there are stones lining the walls, which are also filled with transmutation magic, I would assume they've been transmuted.
Hmm.
No, I know, but I don't get why the back of it's got conjuration. That's the thing that's confusing me. Like,
Because
just do the
maybe
same for the
5
back.
feet through the maybe 5 feet through the stone, there's another one of those fucking wall things.
Maybe.
Or you touch a shiny piece of gold, and I'm gonna walk with Kai. Or maybe you touch a shiny piece of gold, and a fucking elemental appears. Kai, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Kai, please don't touch anything.
Wasn't going to.
You have
Guys in there.
escort.
No, I'm gone. Excuse me. Bye.
Well, she says that's, I suppose, yeah, maybe it's an extra defensive mechanism. Though I feel like having the golem here would be plenty. But you might be right. Maybe the runes are there as a trigger if someone tries to steal things. Why is there a hole in the wall, though? This is all very curious.
Can I
Have
tell
we
whilst
actually-
why there's a hole in the wall?
I'm suspecting that. Wait, there's another. room. What's back here?
Yeah, I kind of noticed that too.
I've still got the.
So-
I'll come and have a look.
In this hole, I guess you haven't been back here yet or noticed this.
No.
It looks as if also it's caved in. You would notice that there are some bones that have been crushed under the stone in this one. Looks like someone, you don't know, someone was excavating and then, yeah, the stones crushed them.
Can I?
Are we thinking? I'm
Mhm.
wondering if it's the soldiers and the and their captain.
Okay. Does it look like someone tried to tunnel out of these places? Spot one someone's like.
Give me a survival check. To closely examine it.
Oh, sake.
And you just shrug. I don't know. Or wait, you got 11, not 6. Okay.
I
So
got 6.
you, yeah, Quentin's just confused. But you would guess, yeah, it doesn't look like someone tried to tunnel in. Someone may have tried to tunnel out, which
That's
is
what I
what
thought.
caused the cave-in.
Could
Okay.
I also take a look? I don't think I have survival, but I'm alright at it.
Yeah, you can do an untrained check. You just wouldn't necessarily know as much.
Well,
No, you're not sure. Oh yeah. Ah. Someone's digging maybe.
Cool. Do we rest and then go get our shit fucked by a fucking Bodak?
Well, I would prefer the Bodak to the Golem if I have a vote, Lyra says.
yeah.
How the fuck do
too.
you suggest that? Kai, come back here. Stop wondering.
Well, again, if we take a long rest, I can maybe prepare some spells to be better equipped to deal with him.
To deal with who? The golem?
No, the Bodak.
Okay, yeah. Dealing with the Bodak would be great. Because it seems like,
I
fuck
can.
it, that's our only path.
I have a spell that could both keep him at a distance and protect people within its within a radius.
Sounds
Yeah,
very useful,
No,
Lyra
Bodak's
says.
our only option.
Be curious to see the rest of this place. Yeah, maybe we can find more answers. Alright, so you're going to try to pass a long rest down here?
I am, yeah.
That is going to be quite a bit of time. so I'll start passing time unless anyone tells me they're doing anything.
Well, for us to get a
Oh.
long fucking rest, if it's like 3:30,
Yeah, you'll have to wait till tomorrow morning. But firstly, an hour passes if anyone wants to spend a short rest. You've been here about an hour. It's about 4:30. Strangely enough, the soldiers have not returned. None of them.
where did Kai go? I looked away for a second. And
Eyes
lost
up
Kai.
here.
Kai's outside the vault. He doesn't trust the vault door, I'm assuming.
Okay. Sorry, Kai. No point doing a fucking short rest.
Wait,
Huh?
how'd you roll a 0 for hit die?
I have no idea what that just did.
Oh, your constitution appeared one. No, you rolled a little
No,
fucking zero.
yeah, I think there's an error with something. We'll take a look at your sheet.
I would guess they don't have the hit die set.
I have 2 hit dice left.
But if you click the cog and then look in the top left-hand corner, it should say hit die, and it should say what your hit die is there. First person check.
Tried to roll 2d8. Can I do that manually?
It says you have 0 hit die.
Yeah, because I rolled them right now, but before it said I have 2.
Huh. Alright, yeah, so go ahead, you can roll them manually.
2d8.
I think if you click on the
Yeah.
D8 in the sheet, it'll roll them like I just did.
Yeah, but now it's too late. I rolled 3 and 1. That's 6. 4 plus 6 is 10.
Alright, so you regain 10. And use your
Still
2
not up
hit
to full,
dice.
but that's better.
Uh,
So now the 2 are available again.
yeah, I just reset them because you can give them and
Okay.
you can manually adjust it. Alright, so yeah, the hour passes. Is anyone doing anything, or are you just gonna try to keep passing time till a long rest happens?
Oh yeah, but also, I don't know, take first watch.
Yeah, I have the watch rotation, but it's still pretty early. So I'm assuming everyone is just kind of hanging out for now. You actually could, in theory, do an 8-hour downtime activity if anyone is doing like a teaching thing for each other.
I might try to learn more Goblin, I guess.
Okay.
Darren is willing.
So, are you willing to teach her another day, Duranu?
DM, would
Player.
Yeah,
Would-
fine.
would investigating the golem for 8 hours yield anything?
You mean in terms of like mechanics? Probably not. Just looking at it won't do you much good. You need like a library to research it.
Okay.
I'm spending another day doing my angelic guide thing.
Who am I teaching what? Out of curiosity.
I think you're teaching Patchwork and I Goblin.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was asking if you would be willing to
At
take
least
the time to teach us more.
putting another day towards it.
Okay. I'll have that to downtime track in a sec.
Do you two have that project where you're tracking the days somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should?
Alright.
I don't know where, but somewhere probably.
So
It's not first day doing it patchwork, so I'll have that to track it.
the 8 oh jeez, the sun just came out and blinded me. Ugh.
Ooh.
Sunlight, jeez. Alright.
I already have 1 day, actually.
Yeah,
Can you
so
write it down?
as long as you're tracking it somewhere, because I'm not tracking that, so I'm hoping that you are tracking your project. There is
Did we already do a day of it?
there is a place in the spreadsheet for downtime activities if you want to track it there. Looks like someone is already.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, but I didn't. When did we do a day of it patchwork?
Hold on. I can look through my notes. It's gonna take a while.
It's fine. It's fine. We can just say you're 2 days done.
Okay.
Got it now.
Yeah.
I probably also didn't write out the date.
The exact date isn't as important, just to know how many days you put towards it, and how many you need to complete it.
Oh yeah, I learned the don't shoot and you slept with my brother.
Yeah,
The
you
2 sentences.
you don't necessarily need the specifics either, but that's fine. All right, so you're doing goblin lessons. Time is passing. Things are fairly quiet at the vault. If there are more undead, they don't come to this area. The 8 hours would pass, so you do your downtime thing. You can put the time towards that. It's getting... You assume it's getting late. You've been here all day at this point.
So we've done a long rest now.
No, you've done the lessons. It's about
We've
12...
chilled it for the day.
Oh,
Yeah, it's about 12:30 a.m. right now. And now you're
can only
about
do
to...
one long rest per-
Yeah,
one-
you have to wait till tomorrow morning. So at this point, we're starting the long rest. Go ahead and spend a day's worth of food, as you are underground.
if anybody needs anything, I still have some rations left.
And the evening is now passing. I'll again attempt to pass it. Let me know beforehand if you're doing anything.
You know what? I'll good bury so we don't spend rations. Why the fuck not? I'll stop to burn.
All
I
right.
don't need these rations, I just have them with me for others.
So you use the good berry spell, creating 10 berries, which will feed the group, and to give everyone a hit point.
Okay.
Except for me, because I can't eat.
Do you have any extras?
Yeah.
Well, he creates 10. If he gives everyone 1, then he would have 4 extra. 'Cause there's 6 of you.
Can I have the 4 extra?
You can have as many as yeah. I don't think anyone else needs them.
Are you using those to heal?
Yeah.
Alright, so you regain another 4 hit points. And you regain 1 from the one you ate, so you get 5 total.
Yeah.
Alright, the evening is passing. The group is on watch, keeping an eye on the halls outside the vault, which have been eerily quiet.
I still look like a dwarf.
Still look like a dwarf. So yes, the night would pass and come to morning, at least as far as you know. It's now 9 a.m. on the 29th. So go ahead and do a long rest.
Oh, we're
Right.
done.
I'm gonna go quiet because I need to do spells, so people talk if you want.
Lyra seems a little nervous all this time has been passing. She says, I just hope the Blood Hand haven't progressed in their projects too much while we're resting.
Yeah. Fluffy's now green.
What? What the
Fluffy's
hell?
green.
Granu, your pet seems to have changed color.
Yes, he's gone from purple to green. Look at the poison damage.
Ghost.
She says, he does poison damage now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do believe these undead are mostly immune to such damage. As poison requires a living body to inflict its malice.
No, it wasn't poison that one. Which one did I want?
Acid?
Acid.
That's it. Acid.
Acid. All right,
You're correct.
that makes more sense. All right,
You know what? He's still green. But he does acid damage.
that's fair. All right, so yeah, it is the next morning. What do you all want to do?
Should we go fuck up Bodak?
Sorry, I'm just changing up my cantrips.
I'm still working on my spells.
Okay.
Don't mind us, just doing.
All right, why don't we? Do we want to take a short break then while you guys do that?
Sure.
I can get
Do
some
you guys
Diet
think
Coke.
do you guys think
I'll be
that I
back.
should keep sending?
I don't think you're
I
going to
don't think
massively
we
need it.
There are more valuable spells right now, in my opinion. But no,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
just
so-
thinking,
so
like,
I
what
have-
color do I want my dragon? And you guys are just like, we need to choose spells.
What kind of spell do we need right now?
You guys don't want the daylight spell, right?
Daylight
I don't
spells
have
are
it
spot
prepared.
for it.
Yeah, cool. I do think so. Right, back in a sec.
I'm assuming necrotic damage is not gonna do shit.
Probably not. Yeah, daylight's just bright light, doesn't actually fucking matter.
Back. Okay. Oh god, I've done a stupid thing. I've got more concentration spells today. That's bad. Okay. Okay.
Okay. When we fight this thing, we're gonna actually need a fucking plan of attack.
I can constrict a snake it.
Do you want me to keep the spell magic?
Well, I've got the spell magic as well, so
The spell magic's useful.
yes, yeah, so both
Yeah, I'm
keep it.
trying. I'm thinking about switching it out for something else.
Our priorities are gonna have to be making sure no one hits fucking 0.
We want her to die. Yes.
I can grapple it as a constrictor snake.
I've got my animals back, so I'll have 8 whatever random creatures come back.
And psychic damage. Do you think psychic damage is gonna do anything?
How much information to me? Yeah, psychic damage seems like it's absolutely fine. Or we have no evidence of what psychic damage does yet.
What are you talking about? The Bodak?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just switching out my cantrips for.
Religious knowledge would give you more information about it. I don't remember who rolled.
That could work potentially. I mean, good corridors. If you want to do it, it's the best time.
I'm assuming sleep is not gonna do anything.
It would do something if we could fucking get it within that range.
Well, I bet necrotic damage doesn't do much against them. Yeah, so inflict wounds isn't really useful at the moment.
Do you want to give me a religion check? I can tell you possibly something more about them.
Let's give it a shot.
Uh, 20.
I'm doing shit today. Let me stop trying.
So you know that Bodaks are fairly perceptive, somewhat stealthy, though not all that smart. They don't have a high intelligence. They're immune to lightning and poison damage. They're resistant to cold, fire, necrotic, and non-magical damage.
How good is their charisma? Constitution, sorry.
It's average.
Great. I know what to do.
And you know they're immune to being charmed, frightened, or poisoned. You also know all about their death gaze, which sends psychic energies through a creature, overloading its systems with fear and causing it to just, like, basically fall to zero. Which is fatal to many, or almost fatal to some. They are extremely talented necrotic energies and can channel them very easily, doing their 30-foot aura of constant damage, as well as their withering gaze, which they can direct at a person to hit them with a large amount of necrotic energy. And those are their main attacks. Oh, also they hate sunlight, and are extremely sensitive to it, much like a vampire.
Yeah, we're nowhere near the level of having fucking stuff.
No.
Not.
Closest I've got is daylight, and that doesn't do for cool.
Yep.
Right.
So yeah, that's what you know
I-
about them.
I have a few other things I can try.
Oh, and we're all gonna have disadvantage on everything we do against it because we can't look at it.
Anything requiring you to, look at it.
Guys, I have blindness deafness.
Are you gonna blind us?
I can blind him, and he doesn't know where to look.
That would take out its gaze.
Ooh,
Yep.
I could do that. That would work.
But it's a Constitution save, so let's see how that works.
I could spike growth where he's standing.
So that would take out its withering gaze. You don't think that would stop its death gaze? Because that one, if you meet its eyes, even if it can't see you, like if you look at it, you would still have to avert your gaze. But it couldn't use one of its attacks that requires
No.
it to see.
Yeah.
We have, we have no way of getting around our blindness other than fucking wild shapes that happen to have blind sight or tremor sense. Everyone else is fucked.
Yeah, you know that area of effect spells would be highly effective because you don't have to see the thing to target it. But yeah, anything that required you to see the target, you'd be taking a risk, and if you avert your gaze, you'd have disadvantage. Which, you know, isn't terrible, but it is something to keep in mind.
Question: the daylight spell, when it casts a shadow for the Bodak, people still had disadvantage when they went to attack you with that when that was going, right?
Yeah, shadow wouldn't help as much. Just whenever you can't see your target directly, it's going to make your attacks less accurate.
Okay, cool. I do have an idea for dealing with it. Like I could fog cloud where it's at, so that no one can see it, and then constrict the snake it. Potentially.
Yeah, that wouldn't.
Wouldn't help the rest of you, no.
Would
I'm
still
gonna
be
cast
fucking
Mage
blind
Armor.
pirate.
Yeah, you'd still be screwed. Like, it wouldn't help you at all, but it would stop you from having to face the death gaze, which is the best I've got.
Well, I mean, you could avoid the death gaze as long as you're choosing not to look at it. So you wouldn't have to use a spell for that. Like, as long as everyone in the group says they're averting their gaze. But anyway, what do you all want to do? It's the next day.
Can I cast Mage Armor? Or
Certainly.
what time is it?
It is 9 a.m. when you get your full rest, or long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I put all the things on the wrong fucking thing.
The soldiers never returned,
Which is really
Good.
weird.
for whatever
That's-
reason.
Concerning. I feel bad for them.
Why wouldn't they return? Did they face the Bodak, or did they just die?
Lyra says it's uncertain, but as ghosts, I wouldn't think they would be susceptible to something like a Bodak. Maybe they just wandered off.
perhaps it had something to do with that rune.
Well, all we can do is look into it, I guess. Or not. Maybe we should just be happy that they didn't come back. One less thing to deal with, eh?
Okay. So, back to an actual plan. Is the plan to use fucking wild shapes and summoned animals to lock this thing down and take damage?
Well, only Kai can really do damage with his animals. I really can't. None of mine are
You
magical
can
yet.
do some damage and you can take damage.
I can take damage, yeah.
That's what I'm asking. Are we using those to lock it down?
Do if you want.
Okay. Is Patrick gonna go for blindness to take out its withering gaze?
Yes, and if that doesn't work, I will try something else.
Which leaves Elise to hit as hard as Elise can fucking hit.
So I don't need fog cloud. Cool.
Which admittedly is not terribly hard, but I can certainly chip away at it.
And I have 4 rounds of effective arrows.
Sounds like we're more prepared than the first time.
Cool. Let's go fight a Bodak, Raven.
Alright, so you are leaving this area to head back to the main area, right?
Correct.
To the Bodak.
Okay, give me one moment to look at something.
I mean, potentially I could also gust of wind it down a corridor if it's stuck there. And keep it from getting to us.
I think our best option for getting it away to us if we need to is Patchwork. Channel Divinity.
Well, if I
I
gust
know, I
if,
see you guys.
if we were in a corridor, if I gust of wind it and Patchwork Spirit Guardians it turns around and walks backwards, it would still get into it, and then it's being pushed back by my gust of wind if it works. And to make every foot of movement, he has to move 2 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, Spirit Guardians halves movement already.
Yeah, so it would be...
Yeah, okay. But with that, we've got it just fucking looking at us and dealing like.
Yeah, if we're not
20
looking at it,
damage.
looking at it whilst it's facing the...
No, because
Spirit
it can look at
Guardians.
us and deal like 20 fucking damage with its withering gaze.
I've got that Hawk Spirit thing, and I can use my reaction to give somebody advantage, so they can have a straight roll.
Its death
If you
gaze
need it.
isn't the fucking issue because we can all just not look and take disadvantage. It's absolutely fucking shit, but we can do that. It's withering gaze where it looks at you and deals 20 fucking damage. It's gonna be also a fucking massive issue.
I mean, I can
And-
concentrate.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I can.
my
I can
issue,
concentrate
my
on-
issue is that all of the spells that I cast require line of sight.
Magic Missile. Oh, Magic Missile does. Does it?
Were you saying
Or-
something, Kai?
So I can concentrate on healing, which is not a problem. I'll just use the unicorn thing and do that, and then the animals can just take the blunt of the shit. To be honest.
Right,
Yeah,
but that
no,
doesn't solve. That doesn't solve the fact that like I have to be able to see when I'm casting spells.
Yes, you do. So there effectively isn't any way for you to cast spells at it. You would have to look at it, and looking at it would drop you to 0 fucking hit points.
Mm-hmm. Which means that I have 1 magic dagger.
Yep, and your other daggers are just like partially effective against it.
So
Alright.
After you've thrown your daggers, you'll probably be shooting at it.
Lyra says, do you have anything like a flaming sphere or a shatter or any type of area spell you could use?
No.
I don't.
You never
Well-
know. I might conjure up some seeing eye dogs for you. It's fine.
There you go. What did you say you were going to get to help us, Patchwork?
Well, I have blindness, deafness, and if that doesn't work, I will try to do magic circle.
She nods and says it sounds like some good suggestions. Alright, but you are back at the main area. You have a rope that you set up here so you can get across the cracks without issue.
Yeah.
Just to the point, Patchwork, if you are trying blindness, deafness,
Yes.
you do need to fucking look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I can try to look at its feet.
With blindness, deafness, I think you do have to see your target, which would put you at risk for, you'd have to make the saving throw.
Is the saving throw Constitution?
I believe it is, yeah. I think it's a con save.
I mean, I can. Can't I use enhanced
Only problem is
ability?
magic circle takes 1 minute to cast. I only see this now.
Oh,
have-
yeah, magic circle's 10. Yeah, you can't do a 10 round fucking cast.
But
I have
it isn't
got-
concentration as I thought.
It lasts
Oh,
for an
well,
hour,
just
so
go
if
with
you
this fucking
precast
thing,
it,
okay.
if you
Yeah, it's what-
precasted
it's
it,
what
and we
I'm
try
thinking.
and
We'd have to lure it into the circle or near the circle.
I do also have this. That could work.
Yeah, that's an AoE damaging spell.
I've got a couple.
I mean,
AoE damaging spells are going to be our friend. Yeah, it's a fucking Bodag.
the best that I can do is probably once it's kind of like within 5d8, I can put it to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So once it's heavily wounded, you can try that.
If I do erupting
Actually-
earth and then you did tidal wave afterwards,
No,
wonder
I
if
can't do it. Nope,
Guys?
I can't do it. Undead are immune to being charmed and can't be affected by the spell.
So, magic circle can work in the reverse, as in the creature is trapped in the circle and everyone outside of the circle gets the bonus.
Well,
Yeah,
you would
can
have
take
to,
some out.
yeah, that's the problem. You'd have to have it set up before, so it would be, you'd want to put it on an area that you knew the undead was entering into.
Yeah. And we don't know where it is.
No, we know it's behind the door. We know there's some form of fucking rune on this side of the door. We can gamble and try and get it into that rune again. But realistically, it seems like we're down here and then we've got no way to go apart from through something that we can't really fucking go through.
Yeah, it's not the best situation, but I think we can get past this Bodak. We did hurt it quite a bit when we fought it last time.
I'm assuming it didn't take fucking rest and get all the hit dice back, yeah.
Alright, well, you all can control the party token if you wish to explore or go somewhere else.
Well, we-
I assume our rope to get across this is fine for us to just move across.
Yeah,
it.
you could just move across it. That's fine.
Cool.
So you carefully make your way across the cracked area using the rope you set up.
Which one of the doors is closed? Is it this one or this one?
That's that door that we closed.
Okay. So
Uh,
we go
then-
here.
Move around here.
Yeah, so you move into the vault area. I would just ask that you move the token like 1 or 2 spaces at a time so I can react to what you're doing. But yeah, so you move over to this area. It's still filled with bones. Doesn't look like anything has changed much. If you look for signs of passage, you might notice some new ones. Survival might tell you more, because I know someone has a high, I think it's Quentin who has a high
Yes.
passive. Alright, so you
Yeah,
bend down and
horizon.
take a look at some of these scratches. You would guess someone with boots came through here. Probably from the same way you did, like back at the entrance up here. And then they
Okay.
came to this door, went through, and there's no footsteps returning. So someone's been through this area from Blackwater side.
Okay.
Patchwork, if we want to try and set up a magic circle. We'd have to do
At
it
this
before
point,
we
I
open the
honestly don't
door.
know if it's worth it.
No. We just need to try and fucking kill this thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think I will do that.
What does magic circle do?
Further up, she shared it.
Yeah, let's see.
Circle, undead won't be able to go into the circle or leave the circle. Can't teleport or do anything like that. There's advantage on attack rolls. Actually, it's just fucking scroll off. Disadvantage on attack rolls against target.
I suppose it depends. Do we want to use it as a barricade to keep it contained in there if we start going badly and we can run? George, that's the question.
It's the third level fucking spell slot.
No, I know, but I'm saying. So, yeah. I don't know. It's up to Patchwork.
Turn undead would be more.
So-
effective.
You would know that the death effect is a fear. So if you use the circle outward and you were inside it, you couldn't be killed by its death gaze.
That would actually be insanely useful.
Yeah, but we can't move the circle.
Yeah, you'd have
Oh,
to.
wait.
So if
Because
we open the
that-
door and it's behind it. Oh,
No, but like if you use it, if we can get to it, I can actually start casting spells.
It's not
Yeah.
the death gaze. Is
So
it the
wait,
death gaze
if
the
we
problem or the
in
withering
there,
gaze that's a
the-
problem?
if we're
Both
within
Well-
the
Death gaze, that's the issue.
we can
Both are an
within-
issue.
The Withering Gaze. Yeah,
Withering Gaze is going to do a shit ton of damage to us, and it's going to start fucking killing people within 2 turns. But if we can kill its Death Gaze, then Patchwork can attempt to fucking blind us to kill its Withering Gaze.
And I can start, and I can start throwing actual useful.
you can
things at
you
it.
can actually look at it, which would
Yeah.
take away the disadvantage. But yes, it could still deal a lot of damage, so it's definitely still dangerous.
So
Oh, for
should I
sure.
cast it right here in front of the door or further in?
Well, do we have a way of? Yeah, I would say we want to put it someplace where, if we're gonna do this, where we could lure it out. I mean, it's not that smart, so.
So, we don't know what this fucking rune on this side of the door does. I don't know why this door's closed. We closed the other door. So if we open this door, put it on the inside, it's only going to be big enough for fucking, what? A few of us? 10-foot radius?
Yeah.
20-foot diameter? Probably fit most of us in there. But if we don't have to avert our gaze, we don't have disadvantage on attack.
I say
Yes,
you
so-
pop it in just beyond the sigil,
Yeah.
and we just run to it.
And that's, well,
Yeah, I have a 10 feet
Realistically-
range. Hold on.
what's behind this door is absolutely nothing. There shouldn't be anything behind this door unless whatever went through before has left the other door open.
Yeah, I need to get in the room to cast it where we want it.
Yeah. So I think opening this door is our first step, and hoping the door beyond that is fucking closed.
Yeah, okay.
I-
And if this goes wrong, then I will just do the blindness.
If this goes wrong, you've got to look at it to do the blindness. So even attempting the blindness is gonna could potentially knock you out.
Spirit Guardian,
And-
this shit.
And kill your spell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Spirit Guardians, you don't have to look at it for that to be effective.
No,
So
you don't.
I'm
you're
just stuck on this idea, sorry.
okay. Well, what are you
No, we
doing?
open this door, chuck down a magic circle. Would be what thing.
Alright, you
So, magic circle,
Alright,
and
so
if that doesn't work, then whatever.
If you click on the door, it should
Right.
open. It looks like it's
Everyone should-
unlocked.
everybody shut their eyes.
Alright, so you open the door, and indeed, the other door is closed. Whoever came through here must have closed these doors as they were progressing.
Swear to God,
I
if
want-
whatever came through here before us killed the fucking Bodak.
I wonder if this pentagram stopped the ghost from coming through.
Probably. We don't know. We didn't get to put it into it.
Okay. So yeah, there's the same thing as before. The other door across the room.
You
Can we
Okay.
open
We,
it just a little bit so I can cast it?
Yeah, can I crack the door open very carefully and slowly?
Can we cast a circle in here and then open the door and shoot at it to get it to come to us?
So opening the door quietly would require a stealth check if you're trying to just peek in.
Can we cast a circle in here?
Yeah. So, Elise, go ahead and open the door. I'll say you do it stealthily so you can see in, even though creatures don't realize you're looking.
Oh. Well,
they were there already. They were there the first
So
time.
you would see that there are still a bunch of skeletons in the room. There's glowing coming from their pelvic bones, and they're just sort of standing there, not really caring. You would also notice looks like someone lying face down on the floor over here. That's new.
well. Okay. So, now that I can look through, I will cast Magic Circle. I will begin casting Magic Circle on this spot.
Okay, go ahead and link the spell.
Yep.
Why is someone yelling, no, 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 Kai? If you want to cast it, you click on the actual spell,
Yep.
not just
I
the description.
I just noticed. Yeah.
Because that should minus the spell slot.
Whereas I'm saying no, Kai, because there's a dead body in there, and Kyle won a foot.
Oh,
No, I want the head.
I
I
didn't-
want it as a candle
There
holder.
we go.
alright, so you are casting your spell. A minute would pass, so go ahead and place the 10-foot radius where you want it.
Now 10-foot radius. Yeah, that sounds good. Or is it circle?
It's the 10-foot radius spell effect. You just place it where you put it. But I assume you put it in this room.
I put it there.
No,
No.
over here.
I put it through the.
Oh, you would
That's
have
why
to.
we opened it.
Uh,
I can.
That's why
As
we
long
opened
as
the
you-
door.
oh, okay. You don't.
Yeah.
It has to be within 10 feet of you. Got it. All right. So you put it here. Or wait.
One down.
Yeah,
One down.
10 feet. Okay. Yeah. So
There.
you create the circle in the area, glowing, and it should hopefully protect you. That'll be there for 1 hour.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh.
Drag myself.
So
And
Token.
you did
I
minus
noticed
the 100 gold pieces worth of religious components, right?
yeah.
Okay. because that is required for the spell.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, Patchwork's got a bunch of religious components. That's not
Do I?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know exactly how much everyone has. I just wanted to make sure you
I
realize
don't know
that.
what religious components what they count for that.
It's a resource, so if you don't have any in your inventory, the party might have some.
The
Let me
party
see.
doesn't have any in their inventory because the 300 religious components that we did find, no, it was 400 we gave to Patchwork. So I didn't add it to the sheet, but we had
I
400
did not know
gold
that.
pieces.
I didn't write that down. Hold
Ooh,
on one second.
alright.
Okay.
Maybe you might not have it then.
So-
We had 400 gold pieces of religious components because I remember specifically talking about how they
Let me check.
replaced the diamonds.
Yeah, so that was 100,
Yeah.
right?
Let me
100
check.
is gone now.
Let me check my notes real quick. Where did you get those from?
No, I can't fucking remember, but we had religious components.
I think it was from the wraiths.
Oh well,
Those
you
were religious essences.
yeah
Yeah.
you could have gotten Wraith Essence, but that wouldn't be the same as the components. All right. I don't see it in my notes here. Just you really got to make sure you write those down, just because it is a resource.
What time is it?
It is currently. Let's see. It is currently probably about 9:30. Because you did some stuff in the morning. So yeah, we'll say it's 9:30 a.m.
Alright.
Alright, so you use the 100 GP of religious components and you have your circle. What do you want to do?
Should
Are we
get
going
started?
in there?
Well then.
Moving into this room, it seems like it is, other than the skeletons, currently abandoned. It looks like some kind of old laboratory. You would see a very dusty looking set of alchemist tools on the table over here. Strangely enough, there is a fireplace burning that is giving off light and a large cauldron at the southwest of the room. There is also a door to the northwest and a pillar in the center which is covered in strange magical runes which also seem to run along the floor and go into the wall over here.
Can I look at the body?
Sure. So if you go over to the body, you turn it over and there is a look of intense fear that is on the face of this corpse. The last thing it saw must have terrified it. Possibly a Bodak.
If I touch the body, can I tell how warm or cold it is?
You would guess, well, it's cold. You would guess it's been here for a few hours, maybe.
Okay. I raid through its pockets and see what he's got.
Alright, well, I'll give you a quick rundown of all the stuff you see with your passive perception. So there are a couple of pieces of paper on the alchemist table over here, along with nature components.
Okay.
Ooh.
To be precise, there are 170 gold pieces worth of nature components on the table. Is anyone taking that?
Bag. Going in the bag. I'm putting them in the
Party
bag.
treasury?
Yeah.
Okay, so 170.
Okay.
There is also, now that you're closer, you see that these are some recipes for magical potions, which I will give you in a moment. Could I get 3 D10 rolls?
I can do that.
Okay, so there's a recipe for a potion of greater healing. There is
Oh, I
a.
can do that maybe.
So I'd say just record your recipes somewhere in the party notes. Is usually a good way of doing it, or you could put it in someone's inventory. But there's also a a recipe for a potion of climbing, and a recipe for a potion of water breathing.
Cool.
I can do that. I can cast that already.
Oh.
Yeah, but still.
Does
Great.
anyone have alchemy skills, like training in alchemy tools?
Nope.
Okay. So you would also, as I said, see this strange pillar in the center of the room that has all these runes like skidded on it.
I'll put the scrolls in the bag of holding as well.
The recipes? Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of runes here. You're not sure what the significance of those are. Again, a fire burning in the fireplace that isn't actually giving off any heat, but it is lighting the room and kind of giving off a little bit more of a relaxing bit to the room. There are paintings that look like they're in pretty good condition, which is surprising, on the two corners of the room. The large rusted out cauldron, and as for this guy, it looks like... You make me come up with stuff. What are they paintings of? This one is a painting that has a bunch of strange... looks like symbols of the different schools of magic. Very, very masterfully, like in a decorative font. Kind of just all over the... kind of just displayed on the painting. This one looks like it is a tower that is on a mountain somewhere. History might tell you something about that.
Sure.
No, you're not sure what the significance of the tower is. But it looks like it is somewhere on a mountainside. As for this guy, he might be some sort of scout, as he is mostly clad in leather armor. Actually, Lyra, now that she sees him, would say, I recognize him. He's one of Blackwater's people. I've seen him at the house quite a bit. I don't know his name, though. We should probably bring him back when we have a chance.
Is there any sign of the Bodak?
He does not seem to be in here.
You
Do
should
we want-
probably also be careful with the skeletons.
Yeah, the skeletons so far have just been standing there. They don't, they haven't done anything to disturb the group. Just kind of glowing a little.
Shall we keep looking for the Bodak, or do we want to investigate this room?
We've got an hour with this circle. We need to find the Bodak and fight it here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is anyone
Right.
here fast and could lure it here?
Yes. Fluffy.
Alright, you're gonna send Fluffy?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's have Fluffy try and barrel through that door.
Alright, so the double door is closed. Looks like it opens into the lab, so towards Fluffy. How is Fluffy going to get the door open?
Bite the handle and pull.
Alright. So Fluffy, being fairly smart as a drake, I believe, at least much smarter than most animals, will sort of put his mouth around the ancient handle, maybe grimace a little, and bite to turn it. As the handle pulls down, the door would open inward. Fluffy kind of stumbles back a little. And I need initiative rolls. So go ahead and place yourselves.
Ah, great. This is. Whoa.
Did everything light up suddenly? Oh, that's
Because
why.
Yeah, because I have the
People have
light
torches
spell.
and shit.
No,
I
I mean,
am-
one of your tokens is using my old dark vision settings because it shouldn't have turned gray. One of your tokens.
Oh, I thought it was because I was the light source.
You're always the party's light, Patchwork.
Oh, thank you.
You are our guiding light,
All right. Well, anyway.
both literally and morally.
Oh,
So-
I try my best.
And you're the only reason we have any chance of fighting a fucking Modak currently, so you're doing a great job.
Yes. Good job. We love you.
Is everyone on the initiative tracker there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I need to.
Oh, Fluffy.
Yeah, I need to
If-
change Fluffy to
If
19.
Patchwork could, she would definitely blush a lot.
All right.
Is Kai feeling okay? What's wrong, Kai?
Is Kai feeling
I think
okay?
Kai throws up. Kai
Yeah,
actually
it's
throws
just
up. No,
fine.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
Kai throws up.
So as soon as the door
Okay.
opens, your Drake companion is going to hiss angrily. No one, you are the first to act as you hear a low moan come from the hall over here. Ugh.
Okay. I am going to hold a mind sliver for when it comes. For when I
Okay.
can see it.
One moment. So you're readying a mind sliver.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and mark yourself as concentrating. And could you link the description of Magic Circle one more time, Patchwork, just so I kind of remember what it's doing?
Yeah, one moment.
Basically, the fuckers can't touch us. Da-da.
Yeah, I know. I think it's is it melee attacks or all attacks?
The creature can't enter the circle.
Okay, got it.
So
Okay,
if
no
Patchwork
magical
and Queenston were
means-
to take a step back, they won't be able to be melee attacked.
Okay,
It can only enter the circle with magic, and if it does so with magic, it has to do a charisma saving throw.
all right. Duranu, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to a step ahead.
Sorry, I also wanted to I guess there's nowhere really for me to hide.
Well, you could hide behind the pillar here.
Yeah, I'll go
Oh.
behind the pillar and I'll hide.
Okay.
I
I
also
was
wanted-
trying to say.
You'd have to be in this square. That one would be squeezing because the pillar is there. But yeah, you could hide right here. All right, so make your hide roll. Duranu, what do you say you're doing?
Bow out, holding an attack, bonus action, Fluffy. Back here now, bringing it to Fluffy's turn, who will avert his gaze and move down here and hold an attack. That
Alright.
brings it to the end of Fluffy's turn. Quentin.
Quentin.
Okay. Do I want to do it yet? No, not yet. Action, long strider on myself.
All right,
Then
go ahead
I'm
and link
going
it.
To,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna Feel down behind the massive urn so we can't see me. Go prone and behind the urn so we can't see me.
That would be a stealth check. You would have full cover, but he could still hear you back there, so he'd know you were there unless you were stealthing.
No, that's cool if you can hear me, but hopefully the urn will block him from getting to me and he can't see me, so I can't get death glared, so...
Got it.
That's it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Kai.
Can I summon 8 quarter animals around the circle?
Yeah, so go ahead and link the spell you're casting. As you begin to summon creatures, conjuring animals. So you concentrate, and which one are you summoning?
Oh,
He said a
quarter.
half.
Quarter? So
Yeah,
8
quarter.
beasts of a quarter. Alright, so let me roll to see what the cosmos has for you. Beasts. 1 quarter. So that would be... I really should just write down the number. There's a lot of them. D27, please. There are 27 beasts of 1 quarter.
How do I do a 27?
Just type /r space 1D27. All right, number 12, which would be all right. You summon 8 of these?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you chant casting your spell as a bunch of really big frogs appear.
Yes.
Ribbit.
Useful.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Haven't I already had these, or is it? No.
No, you went giants.
No, you
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't think
You
you've
guys
had
have-
these. Yeah, these are a little smaller than the toads.
Right,
1, 2,
they're
3,
called
4,
Chad
5.
then.
8. Alright, so you summon 8 of those. You roll
And
their
then
initiative.
I will. I will. No, I'll finish that. I won't do that. I'll finish now.
Okay. Is that it for you, Kai?
Yeah.
So just mark yourself as concentrating. After you, a giant frog goes. Now, did you give them any commands?
Yeah, go for the.
Just go attack him.
Yeah, go attack the Bodak thing.
Alright. Ribbit. Ribbit. So this one starts coming this way, at which point it has to make a con save.
Are they all going in separate initiative?
Unfortunately, frogs are not the smartest. It would make it, though it keeps going to engage as it tries to bite. But the Bodak would dodge. Patchwork.
I can't see the Bodak yet.
You saw the frog rush off into the hallway. So you assume
Okay.
it's up here somewhere.
What did you say the circle protected us from again? Like, which kind of look of his gaze is...
It protects you from fear. which is what his gaze does.
That protects it from the death gaze, doesn't protect it from the wavering gaze.
Yeah, he can still.
Blindness would protect it from the wavering gaze, but you
So is that the
What?
intentional attack or the passive effect?
His
the intentional attack.
well, yeah, his withering. So his fear gaze, the death one, is passive, but his attack is intentional.
So the
So-
attack goes through, but the passive doesn't, or?
Yes, so you
Correct,
can look at
yeah.
him while you're in the circle.
Okay, that's great. I will prepare a sacred flame.
Okay.
That will go off when I see him, when I have him in my sight.
All right. Go ahead and mark yourself as concentrating.
Mm-hmm.
The giant frog is going to rush into the hallway to attack. He would fail his thing, so he takes 3d10 damage from the fear effect. Ooh, and he dies. The Bodak goes. Oops. Skipped him.
That's okay, he just doesn't get a turn this round, right?
Quiet you. He is going to use his bonus action to activate an aura of necromancy. As suddenly a black mist fills the area.
Oh, this again.
Then he is going to use his withering gaze on the frog that attacked him. Doing... Frog must make a con save. Fighting myself here. Frog would fail.
4d10 damage.
Oh yeah, Frog is very dead. Ribbit. Then he is going to go 5, 10, 15, see all of you, and I think that activates a bunch of readied actions.
Yep.
That activates a bunch
Yeah,
of ready
so-
actions.
So who starts?
Me, because I was first. Where is it? That's an intelligence save.
Wait.
DC.
Who are Chads? The frogs?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Of course they're Chads. Have you seen them?
What's their chads?
Chad frog.
Chad frogs. Alright, so yeah, we'll start with, we'll start with no one. Go ahead, no one.
DC 12 intelligence save. Or he takes 9 psychic damage.
Did you link that somewhere? I don't see it in the chat.
You rolled it a while ago.
Oh,
I rolled it a while ago.
alright, yeah, usually you'd roll it right now, but that's fine. So you said int save? Oh yeah, it definitely fails, so 9 psychic. As you
9 psychic.
attack its mind, and it kind of winces in pain looking at you now. So it is affected by the spell, which gives it what, minus 1d4 to saves? Or a dex save? Okay.
2 spell.
Alright, go ahead and mark yourself as using your reaction. You could take away the concentration. Who's next?
Me.
That would be Daranu,
Yeah.
who is going to attack.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah, right.
Taranu fires an arrow, meeting its gaze, but the magic circle glows, protecting you from the fear. Oh, out. So it flies past the Bodak. Go ahead and mark yourself with reaction usage.
Extra multi-attack. So I'll take second.
You don't get extra attacks with readied actions.
So
You only-
holding your attack action doesn't give you the feature you get on your attack action.
Only if you have multi-attack. If you're readying an attack, I believe you
That's
only
not
get the
multi-attack.
one shot. So, yeah, I think that would be the one shot you would get.
So, 'cause I
So
have
next
extra
is
attack.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, next would be you.
He needs to do a dexterity saving throw, and he needs to hit 14.
Okay.
Minus D4 for Mind Sliver.
Well, I think 13 fails, right?
Yeah, that fails.
So that
They
uses
still
the
get 14.
Mind Sliver And did you roll the damage somewhere?
It's. I just clicked it, but it doesn't seem to work at the moment. So.
Oh, you might have to redo the macro. You could roll manually for now.
No,
if
the
you want.
macro always works if I do it.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
there we go. The macro always works. The other thing is the one that doesn't.
Alright, so he takes 7 radiant as he is burned with that energy. Giant. Anyone else, or was that it?
Move in anyone to hold our action.
I think that was it. So yeah, you three mark yourself with the, using your action or reaction. The giant frog goes. He will meet the gaze. He very much dies. Ribbit. No one.
Alright, I'm going to use Mind Sliver again.
Okay. So you chant casting Mind Sliver again, meeting his gaze, but luckily the circle glows, protecting you. Oh no, that time he would have made it. That was a really good roll for him. So he resists this one.
And then, can I do an offhand dagger throw? Or no?
No, you have to do that as part of an attack. Unless you have, I think there's a class that lets you do that, but yeah, I don't think you have that.
Alright, bonus action and stealth then.
Bonus action self? What? Stealth.
Bonus
Oh,
action and hide.
hide. Got it. Stealth. I heard self. I was like, self. Alright, so you duck back behind the
Bonus
pillar.
action self. Bonus action, I cast.
Sometimes you need some me time. Exactly. Taking this round for myself. Recenter.
Yeah.
Oh, this one makes it ribbit. Chad Frog. Ribbit. 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 Arr. Nope. He would miss. Duranu.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I completely forgot the Bodax turn. We were too busy doing reactions. Oh no, he attacked the frog. That's right. Never mind. You're good. Go ahead, Durano.
Yeah, use seduction. Okay, let's try shooting it again.
One thing, though, which I have been forgetting, is the Aura of Annihilation. So anyone who ended their turn in his aura would take 5 damage necrotic, which I think was... so far, I think that's just been no one...
Elise.
Yeah, Elise, yeah. So you took 5 damage, Elise. But go ahead, Duranu.
Is it 14? Oh. Is that adding it?
There's
a 15 hit.
Do you ignore cover?
I do.
Okay, then a 15 would just hit. Because there are a bunch of frogs around him, but you managed to line up a shot.
9, that's 10 magical piercing.
Okay.
And 2 poison damage. Fluffy weak reaction. Do I get my extra attack?
So you said 2 poison?
We take 2 poison damage from Fluffy's reaction.
Acid.
And 10 magical acid, yeah.
Alright.
Acid.
Because that would matter. Alright, so yeah, he would take 2 acid. Got it. And that actually wounds him. Yeah, you get an extra attack. Because it's your round. Ooh. That unfortunately will not hit. Anything else?
Okay, bonus action.
Alright.
Off.
Fluffy, get him. And Fluffy is averting his gaze, right?
No, Fluffy's not going to attack. Fuck it. Fluffy's going to stay there.
Alright, Fluffy stays here, so he is, for his turn, I assume, dodging and averting his gaze.
He's not going to avert his gaze, but he's going to dodge.
Oh, right, because he's in the circle. Alright. The giant frog goes... Ribbit. Get him, Chad. So he goes 10, 20, 25, and he goes to bite. Yeah, 16 would bite. The creature only takes 3. Oh wait, no, it does count as magic, right? Or not?
No, not until
Not
next
yet.
level.
All right, so yeah, he would take 3 as the frog.
Fluffy will use this reaction that he got back at the start of his turn, which was 2 seconds ago,
Okay.
and deal 4 poison damage. I will also actually remember to take damage myself, and Fluffy has done the same.
Oh right, yeah. So yeah, and Mark Fluffy is using his reaction. So that's another 4. All right. As the frog suddenly has a bunch of acid on his attack. The frog grapples him, and he is actually restrained. So anyone attacking him has advantage for the time being, as the frog is trying to swallow him now. This Chad frog... Oh, and the frog takes 5 damage. I gotta remember that. This frog... is going to try to save. He will fail, just barely. Taking... So 15. He's going to just leap over here, ribbit, and he's going to bite. 20 will strike, doing 2 points of damage, and also grabbing him. At the end of the turn, the aura will kill the frog with another 5 points. Ribbit. You all would hear movement from back here as something approaches. This thing is gonna do a con save. Makes it. It will bite as well. Ribbit. Yep. Bonak is bit for 6 piercing. Or sorry, 3 piercing. It's not magical. And at the end of the turn, he takes 5 damage. Quentin. So you are prone behind this thing. You think the Bodak can see you, because you only have partial cover from it now. Although the Bodak is currently just being like assaulted by several frogs who are biting him.
Assaulted by
Okay.
several frogs. That's
Right.
great.
We're gonna do this.
Chad
I'm
frogs.
I will as an action, Radiant Souls, give myself the wings. Yep, and then bonus action, Wild Shape into
Hallelujah.
a Restrictor Snake.
Okay. So go ahead and drag on the Constrictor.
Which is, I literally just saw that in the oh, it's moved down. Okay, Restrictor Snake.
Roll initiative and set it to 14.13.
14.3. Okay, so then 14.
You are squeezing right now because of the pot.
Yeah. Okay, and then where is it? Oh damn it! I picked the wrong thing. There we go. That's yeah. Is that it? Alright, there we are. 14.
And that was your bonus
Then I
action,
will-
right?
Yes. With my action doing the Radiant Soul, which gives me the wings. I'll do all of that later.
Winged
And
snake.
then I'm going. Yes, and I'm going to use my 30 feet, 40 actually, so Snake's got 30 plus long trying to give me 40 to get over here. And yeah,
All right.
that's I believe.
Anything else?
My eyes are shut and I'm not like looking at it at all. I got blind sense.
Yeah.
Hindsight,
So actually, when you get over there, you will see something.
okay.
How much blind sight do you have?
Or actually, can you see in the dark?
Is the snake? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't say.
But you said you had blind sense, though, right?
I'm pretty sure the wings give you life.
The Radiant Soul gives me. Give me a second. Let me
Oh,
find everything.
snake with wings.
So-
like the
your eyes are closed, so you'd be relying on your blind sight.
Yeah,
It's like
so
the dark Hermes.
you don't, at this point, you wouldn't see something. You would
Mucus.
definitely hear something in the darkness nearby, but it would not be within your blind sight. But is that it for you?
Yeah.
That has a
All right.
mate.
5 points of damage, please, as you are
I'm resistant because of being an Asimar, so that's.
to necrotic. All right, so then
Yep.
2 points of damage. Kai.
Can I bonus action the unicorn thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and link your totem, if that's what you mean, the unicorn totem.
Which one do I use to put it on where you want me to put it?
You can use the 5-foot spell effect. Did I roll initiative for your circle? Weird. You can use the 5-foot spell effect to represent where you want the totem. And then you can just put like, what is it, 30-foot radius on it?
Good old Danny Boy rolled initiative for the circle.
Oh, alright.
Tried not to. I tried to do me snake, but it picked the wrong thing, I think.
That's fine. So your totem goes off 30-foot radius around it,
Yeah.
and it would give the effect there where your healing spells do more healing. Oh, well, let me change the color because that's very confusing. We'll make this a green. All right. So that was your
My
bonus action? Alright, so yeah, what about your action?
Wait, do we get hit points back?
No, only if he
No,
casts.
you will do.
If he casts a spell, you get extra hit points back.
Okay, yeah.
So I will use a Cure Wounds on Patchwork.
I'm up to full.
Yeah, none of this is super fucking hurt me.
Yeah, the group
Yeah,
just
we're
did a
kind of
full
together.
rest. Everyone's pretty healthy right now.
Okay.
So don't waste this.
I don't really know, to be honest.
I mean, if you
appreciate
wanted to,
the
if you wanted to give me some help.
Yeah, the only ones that look tired right now are Fluffy and No One. They've used some stamina, but neither look wounded yet.
No.
Okay, I'll do that because when I heal my frogs as well.
Yes, that would heal the frogs.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do no one then.
Alright, so you cast Cure Wounds. Go ahead and click it as a spell to actually spend it as a spell, because you click the description. And so you would do 4 points of healing, and I believe everyone within the totem gains 5, because you're level 5, right? Yeah, equal to your druid level. So everyone in the totem would gain 5.
So would I gain that before I lose the 5, or what? Or would it cancel it out?
You lose the 5 at the end of your turn, so unfortunately, it would be after the spell. But yeah,
Okay.
all your frogs.
Same goes for me.
Yeah. So the frogs would all get healing. Those who had taken damage would be back at full. Anything else for you?
Nope.
All right. So, Quentin,
Yes.
you would hear movement in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, what is that movement going to do? Da, 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 da.
It's going to do something nice to us.
Oh, of course. You would hear a chanting that something is casting a spell. Unfortunately, you can't see it, and you don't really have any reactions. I need an intelligence save, Quentin.
Uses my. Okay.
Alright, so you resist whatever spell it was doing, luckily. As you start seeing visions of terrifying creatures coming at you, but luckily you realize that this is just an illusion. And I don't think you have any ill effects, luckily. So that is it for the creature Patchwork.
Alright then, Guiding Bolt level 1 at the Bodak.
Alright, so you chant casting Guiding Bolt. Yeah, 22 would strike it as the frog is grappling it. It is struck for 14, now looking near death. Anything else?
Did I notice that Quentin was attacked?
You would definitely hear chanting in the hallway. Something cast a spell. But you didn't see exactly what it was.
Well, I just noticed that I can't do what I was thinking of because that would be another spell, so I'm going to stay here. I'm going to hold.
Alright. The Bodak, so you take 5 damage, necrotic. The Bodak goes, it is going to turn its eyes towards you, Patchwork, and hit you with a Withering Gaze.
Hooray!
So I need my computer not to freeze up. I need a con save.
Oh hey! Finally! Hello?
Yeah, my computer is just frozen. Give me a one
Oh,
moment.
I thought Discord crashed again.
No, just me. So yeah, you would make the save, taking 15 points of necrotic damage as
Alright.
dark energies wash over you. The Bodak will then continue to struggle, ending the turn. No one.
I'm gonna smack it with a with another mind sliver.
All right. Fire off another Mind Sliver spell. Trying to target its int. You would do so successfully, and it would die as the frog swallows it.
Great.
Nice. And then I'll
Go
bonus action
Chad.
hide. Bonus action hide.
Okay, you hide again. The giant frog, with no commands now, is going to just by default try to defend its ally. Because he's a Chad. So he jumps down this way. I don't think he has enough movement to get to the enemy, so he's going to get up to here and dash, moving towards something else in the hall. Duranu.
Alright, well I can't stay where I am because staying where I am is pointless. So I guess I have to move up there. Actually no, there's no light source up there, so moving up there is fucking also pointless.
Yeah, there are things moving in the dark, but yeah, you can't see them
I
very
think
well.
my wings might give off a little bit of light because they are radiant, but I don't know how much.
It would say it in the description if they do.
Give me a second.
Radiant energy doesn't by default give off light, I don't think.
No, the thing specifically does, I believe.
Let's see.
Pretty sure it does.
It's like 5 feet or something stupid small. No, I guess not.
It does say luminous, which is weird.
There's no point.
Go ahead.
There's no point me moving up because I can't see down the corridor, and there's no point me holding my action, so I will dodge.
Since it says luminous, I'll give you 5 feet of bright light. Just weird they wouldn't, actually give you an amount. So you have a little bit of light coming off of them in the area close to you.
Okay, cool.
Constrictor snake.
It will technically be Fluffy who will also dodge, and then Constrictor Snake.
Fluffy, you should be at 19.15. I'll change that because you should go.
Me, I've got 5 back with the heal though. Okay, with me. Ignore me. Right. I'll open my eyes and then scale down.
Okay. So you.
There. So I get 30 feet of movement, so let's just work out how far I can go. There. Okay. Cool.
You have 40 feet of movement because of Long Strider.
Yes, I do. Thank God someone remembers.
So there is a guy in the hallway here. You gonna try to use your bonus action to overrun him, or
no? I'm going to use my action to try. And
oh, you're flying. That's right. So you fly over him. Got it.
Use my action to constrict him.
All right. So you do a constricting attack, but he will dodge out of the way. Anything else?
No, I can't do anything else.
Okay. The frog here is going to come down the hallway, ribbit, and try to bite. 17 would hit him. Does he have magic resist? No, he does not. So he takes the full 3 piercing as the frog bites his bony leg and ends his turn. This frog will do something similar, moving 5, 25, but he can't get to him, so he's going to dash and get here. This frog will do something similar, dashing to get here. Quentin. Or I should say, wait, no. Quentin went.
I went.
The snake. Why is the snake at 19? That's weird. I thought you were at 14.
What?
One.
Yeah, well, whatever. Kai, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, he was 13.
Yeah, can I follow the Chads? But don't I have to go through people to do that? Or can I do that?
Anyone you walk through would be just difficult terrain, but yeah, you can walk through your own party members. It just takes more movement. So you could go like 10, 20, 25, and 30. So that'd be 35 feet of movement because you have someone in front of you. You could get up to here with 30 feet. And you would see some kind of odd skeletal creature down the hallway a bit.
Okay.
Which looks like this.
Fucking weird.
What do you want to do? Your frogs are currently mauling it.
Yeah, I don't think I can do much. I think mine are just area effect. Okay. Can I bonus action moving my unicorn thing? Because I can move it 30 feet.
Can you?
The unicorn token, yes.
Yeah, so if you want to use your bonus action, yes, you can move it. Here, not that one. So this one should not be movable. So let me... There. Now you should be able to move it, yep.
And then I will healing word Patchwork.
Alright. So
Yeah,
you
I will take
cast
that.
healing word on Patchwork. Patchwork, you gain 6, and then everyone in his aura gains another 5. Wait, didn't you use your bonus action to move the thing?
He did.
So you can't do a healing
So
word.
Yeah.
You need to cast an action healing spell.
Yeah, you'd have to
Like
use
your
Cure
wound.
Wounds, but to do that you'd have to be next to Patchwork.
Ah, so never mind.
So you could, well, no, because you used your movement already. So yeah, unfortunately, you couldn't do another spell this round unless it was a cantrip.
He could do another spell, it would just have to be an action spell.
Yeah.
Use his bonus action to move his thing. So he can move back and cure wounds, or he can cast any other action spell.
What's going on with the door?
Somebody's touched it quickly. No, can't do much then. I'll leave that. I'll finish.
Okay.
Any attacking cantrips?
I have, but I'm not close enough. And I've got
So no
Frostbite, which
healing,
is a
right?
touch. Oh no, I'll tell you what I'll do. Can I call can I forego one of my wild shapes and bring on an owl?
Yeah. I think that's an action, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so you summon an owl. So that is it for you. The Archfiend goes. He is going to cast a spell. So he begins chanting as there is an explosion of energy. I need everyone, let's see, 30-foot cube. Oh. Yeah, he probably wants to get the frogs in that. So I need, I guess it would just be Kai. Kai, I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Okay.
And the frogs would have to make a wisdom saving throw as well. Alright, so it looks like, unfortunately for him, everyone made it. Yep, so no one is affected by his spell. Patchwork.
Oh, the frogs are great. So, do I have any difficult terrain to go through if I go here?
I don't think so, because you can move diagonally around. Well, you can't take a corner like that. But, yeah,
I would
you
have
could
to
do
sit
that.
Here and then, what's the single square of magic right there?
That's his totem, which you can
I
move
guess.
through.
Ah,
The totem doesn't block you. You could just move right through it.
It looked like
okay,
My Little Pony.
okay, well. First of all, I will cast Cure Wounds on myself
Alright,
on second level.
so you channel healing energies, curing yourself.
Yep, I need some. I'm down to half. So that's 9
So
plus
14.
9 plus
5.
2 plus the spell's level, so +4.
You did 14 points of healing to yourself.
Or wait, no, she's talking about life
Your-
cleric, right?
Yeah.
So you
So I
do
get a +4 for that, so
so 9 plus 5, so you got 18, yeah.
great. I'm bad at Oh hey, wait, that's great. I'm almost back to full. And then I'm going to move here. Because I don't know what the really if I can stand in the totem or not.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, but Patchwork doesn't know. She hasn't seen the totem before, really, so, or she hasn't really interacted with it. So,
All right. Yeah. Alright, well your time is up, so I need an action.
I will stay here.
Okay, maybe dodge action. Oh no, you healed yourself already. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
I
it for
healed
you.
myself.
No one. New round.
I'm gonna move over here so I can kind of see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then who is making that noise?
Quentin.
Clinton.
Turn off your blow dryer, Quentin.
Meal to yourself. I'm going to cast magic missile at him.
Alright, so you chant casting magic missile. Okay. Pew, pew, pew. So you fire the magic missiles down the hall, doing 12 points of damage to him.
And then that was like 15 feet of movement. And I can get over here.
Okay, so you move over there.
That will. But I guess can I bonus action hide from here or?
No, you're too out in the open. You'd probably have to be by the corner here.
Bonus action, yeah, I'll bonus action dash then to kind of get some cover.
Okay. The giant frog who... No, this one didn't grapple him, the north one did, so he's going to bite at him again. 13 would not be enough, bouncing off some sort of magical armor. Duranu.
Okay. Right. Okay. Let's move on. Oh, there's a thing there that I cannot see. Cool. Right. Okay. Let's shoot at it.
Alright, so you take aim firing. It is restrained currently by the frog, so you do have advantage on your shot.
It's restrained.
Yeah, the frog, the northern frog is biting and holding it. Trying to swallow it.
Fuck it. I'll keep using magical arrows then. You know what? Fuck it. I'll use sharpshooter.
Okay. So you take aim with sharpshooter. Ew. Crit.
That's a crit -4.
That would still hit it, yeah.
Fluffy's within 30 feet, so he'll use his reaction to add a couple of d6 onto that.
Alright. So
Poison
2d
damage.
2d6. So he would take 20
It's all magical.
36 damage. Oh, it doesn't matter for him. And he would be eaten by the frog. Which would end combat. So what do you all want to do?
How many?
The
I
Bodak.
missed with like. I missed with 2 non-magical arrows. Can I try? I missed with 2 magical arrows. Can I try and get those?
Yeah, it would
Hello.
take you 10 minutes to recover ammunition, which you can recover half the arrows fired rounded down.
Anybody
Yeah,
need
Did
I'll
we
remember.
search
healing
the corpse?
before I put the totem down?
Oh, question. Do the Bodak and the Deathlock get left behind when the frogs disappear again, or do they take those with them?
I believe they take them with them.
Too bad.
They just swallowed them. But for
Yeah.
now,
To throw it up.
Can
Yeah,
we
I
cut
would.
the frogs open to get the Bodak and the
No.
all back?
No,
not
No.
Chad
no,
Frog.
they had chads.
Can I ask Chad to throw
I
it up?
would-
Because there are
Yeah.
some frogs that can regurgitate.
So the frogs will hop over and go blap, 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 and just throw up the corpses. That's fine. So the Bodak and the whatever the second thing was are now lying on the floor there.
I would like actually to walk here and see what is in the hall that goes south.
So to the south there, it looks like there is a double door that is closed. And there is another double door that's closed over here to the west.
Did we finish looting the laboratory?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't see anything else in there. There was just the fireplace. I mean, you didn't take a close look, but from what you saw, you got everything. Unless you want to spend some time there and, really take a look.
Like, is
Well,
this
I
like
need to spend. I need to spend 10 minutes picking up an arrow, so we may as well.
Oh yeah,
Whenever I'm
does anyone still need healing because Kai's totem is still up?
Yeah, he was asking
fine.
that. But no, you guys
I'm not injured.
were pretty well protected in that battle with your, with all your frogs and your circle.
Well, that worked out.
Yes, we absolutely needed that circle. That was incredible, Patrick.
And here I thought it
Circle
wasn't-
plus Chad frogs.
And here I thought I took that spell for nothing, but hey, it actually worked.
No,
That's
yeah,
good.
we spent a bunch of time fucking planning, and it helped.
Yeah,
So
it's
go ahead.
nice when you're not surprised by your enemies.
So as he's recovering the arrows, did you all say you wanted to explore the room a bit?
I'm away
Yeah,
from my
I
desk,
will.
so I'm away from my desk for a second to type out anything that's getting added to party tab and treasury.
So what is there anything in particular you want to examine in the room?
Well, like, what is this thing?
Fireplace.
A fireplace.
Yeah.
Are there like it's a laboratory? Are there any like books or notes? Like, is there a desk somewhere?
Yeah,
There's the
got-
station over here.
Can I look behind the paintings to see if there's any like secret hidden thing?
The paintings themselves, yeah, like I said, it's kind of you're guessing they're enchanted if they're still in this good a condition. How old this place is. If you move them aside, you just see cracked walls behind them.
Can I investigate for any like doors or
You could use perception to take a closer look at something or investigation. If you want to just kind of look at the room as a whole, it would just take some time.
investigation 12.
So you look around the room, but you don't find too much going on with the 12.
Okay. All right.
All right,
Well, are we gonna be here for? Are we gonna be here for a bit?
Toronto's looking for his arrows. So if no one else is doing well, if anyone wants to do anything, let me know, or else I'm just gonna pass time as Dorado finds his arrows.
Are we gonna take these essences from these two things that I've got my frogs to throw up?
You could. That would be a religious check to collect undead essence.
Yeah.
I will help with that.
Okay, so up to two of
Actually,
you can do that.
Do we have any containers for that?
I've got 3 in my herbalism shit thing.
Okay, that's good. Religion check, is it?
Yeah, up to 2 of you.
Well, I got a net 1.
Okay, Kai did a little bit better. So you expend the 2 containers to gather essence from the Bodak.
Come again?
I'm saying if it's not going into my personal inventory, type it somewhere.
Well, the Bodak would have 50 gold pieces of Bodak essence. CR6 for crafting purposes. And I don't know
I
who.
already have some written down, I can just add that.
Oh, well, if you already have some, you don't need another container. You can combine them. Wait, how? Yeah, I don't think you have.
We've got Wraith essence.
Yeah, those are different. So you would need different containers for those.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you collect the Bodak essence, and you said you're putting it in your inventory.
Yeah, I can keep them.
Okay.
I want to use them for potions.
All right, and the Deathlock, you would get 30 gold pieces of Deathlock essence, CR4 for crafting purposes. So you collect those two. Deathlock.
30 gold pieces Deathlock, and what was the rest?
CR4 for crafting. Because when you craft things, you need certain power levels of essence, and this one is a 4.
And the Bodak was 50 gold pieces, right?
Yeah, 50 and 6.
CR6 for the Bodak.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So, if you look in the cauldron and climb up on it, there's some sort of weird grayish ooze inside the cauldron. But, yeah, you're not sure what exactly it is.
I want to touch it.
What are you touching it with?
No, I'm just thinking I want to touch it.
Oh, alright. So you're like, what is that? That looks gross. I want to touch it.
Can I see if there's anything else in the desk over here?
So on the laboratory table, there's tools for potion craft. There's the pieces of paper you took. There was the nature components you took, but it doesn't look like there's anything else going on. You can do another investigate, I guess, if you really want. But you don't.
Did someone take the potion crafting?
Yeah,
The recipes, I believe.
Okay.
Would those
Oh, the other.
crafting things be alchemy supplies?
Sorry, what did you say? I can't hear you.
Would the potion crafting materials be alchemy supplies? You said tools for potion crafting.
You said there was tools.
Oh yeah, those are so mechanically speaking, those would be high quality alchemy supplies. You can't take them unless you take the desk, because some of them are kind of attached to the station. But for purposes of alchemy, they would give a +1 to like brewing potions and such.
We'll come back to the desk.
Uh,
Put that into our workshop area.
Yeah, the only other thing of note would be the Yeah, the pillar with the runes all over it.
Can we get?
Yeah.
Can we get?
Hey, Lyra, what's up with the ruin, the pillar?
Yeah.
Lyra says, these are absorption runes, I believe. And these ones on the floor, I think, are for channeling energy.
And what's over here? Like, where are the runes leading?
I have a theory. She says, everyone stand back. And she is going to begin casting a spell.
Patchwork.
As she channels her energy, the spell would take effect and then immediately dissipate, and you see the runes begin to glow. She says, "Ha, that's what I thought. These runes absorb magic."
For what purpose?
That I don't know. And about 6 seconds after they start glowing, they would stop. She says, well, apparently the cantrip does not give them much energy. But, yeah, it looks like magical energies, if you cast close to them, are sucked into the pillar.
Oh.
But as for what it does or what its purpose is, I have no idea. As for CRs for essences, if you craft potions or magical items, a lot of recipes require you to have a certain level of CR to make them for essence.
Then what does CR4 mean when I'm trying that?
Well, I think if you look under crafting, it'll say like you need a common. Like for uncommon, I think you need between like 5 and 7 or something. For common, it's
Alright.
like it'll give you the range of what CR creatures you need to have essence of.
Alright, I thought it was like a difficulty of checks or something, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, Lyra says we might have to look around or experiment or something because I'm not sure what these actually do. And Duranu, at this point, you would have found your arrows, by the way.
An arrow, cool.
Oh, there it is.
Cool. We're meant to be looking for some fucking Rune Master bullshit. Can we look for Rune Master bullshit? And did anyone take the fucking painting?
Oh, that's a good idea, Lyra says. Unless you all want the painting, I'll take it.
How would we transport it without it breaking somehow?
In the bag, Holden.
Is that big enough to put it in?
Yeah, these paintings aren't that large. They're probably
Opening.
about 3-ish feet, so I'll say you could probably fit them in the bag. Because what, the opening for the bag is 3 feet, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
So yeah, you can take the paintings. Quick appraisal, if anyone wants, they can use history.
Okay. History. I also rolled a 16 investigation for the desk.
Alright,
The
so
laboratory table.
you don't think there's anything really going on with the desk here, other than the fact that you could use it to make potions better than a normal alchemy set. The paintings, you believe, are worth about 100 gold pieces each to the right buyer.
I think they'd be nice in our house.
Or in your house, yeah. They are. You believe they're probably magically enchanted to help preserve them, which makes them a bit more valuable as well.
I think they'd be nice in our house.
Alright, so go ahead and add the
Like, I
2
think-
paintings to the bag of holding.
Like we could put the one showing all of the magic shape, like the magic sigils, not sigils, schools in like the workshop. Like that would look really nice in the workshop. And maybe we could put the tower one. We could put the tower one
I like that.
in the living room.
I like that you're thinking about furnishings for the house.
Just a question. We've got
That's a good idea.
We have a nice desk
We've
for our
got
workshop.
skeleton one.
Sorry, what did you say?
Skeletal monstrosity essence has been added to the bag of holding, but I've got no fucking clue how much is there. If
No,
anyone
I didn't.
knows the amount.
What?
Skeletal
Oh,
monstrosity
how
essence.
much there was?
Yeah, no one put that down.
Alright. Let's say if we don't have the roll, I'll just give you the minimum. That would have been 40 gold pieces worth of skeleton monstrosity. CR6.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, what does the
We'll
group
have
want to
to-
do?
We'll have to come back to this desk to so that we can put
Just
it in the
Bring it to our
the
house.
workshop.
You could actually carry it up. It would be a bit of a task to get it back to Blackwaters, but you could do it. It would just take time.
We're
Yeah, no,
currently
we'll have
looking
to-
around.
It's time to burgle the dungeon, steal
Furniture.
their couch and their TV.
Actually,
Oh, it's
in
the
the
point
in
of
the
this dungeon not to give us resources and utility and shit. Ah, I see.
what's
Oh,
the
is
difference
the
between
are you
number
saying
and value?
are you saying the purpose
Oh,
of the
well, the
dungeon is
DM
not for
doesn't-
us to go
The DM doesn't have an opinion.
furniture
I
shopping?
just thought it was funny.
Guys, on the sheet with all of our stuff, what's the difference between number and value?
Numbers, how much we have, value is the total value.
Well, if
How much money?
Yeah, certain things like, at least right now, like gold piece value is kind of an abstraction because I don't know exactly how much that would be. But if you have like,
Someone put down we had 60 value of skeleton monstrosity. Yes.
yeah,
Someone was
Oh,
giving us
okay.
60.
so that would have been the max, yeah.
I was
die.
confused because of that. Yeah.
That's fine.
All right. So, are these doors locked?
Which door are you trying?
We'll try first.
Can our guardian light come over so we can see? Thank you, Patchwork.
Patchwork comes with the lantern.
Oh,
Alright.
I am the lantern.
You are the lantern. So the southern door, if you attempt to open it, now are you doing this stealthily or are you just opening it?
We'll do stealth. We'll do it
Uh,
carefully
you
and
tr-
quietly first.
You try to do it carefully. You don't think it's locked, but it seems to be stuck. As you pull on it, it will not open. It opens like very slightly, which makes you think it's not locked, but for some reason it's not opening.
Can we open it enough to see vaguely what's inside the room?
It opens away from you. You're going to have to do a strength check to force it open a little more to see in the room. There might be something up against it.
Opens away from us.
Yeah, like towards this way.
Is it a fluffy thing? Do we need to get Fluffy to try and open it, guys?
Alright, so Elise puts her shoulder into it a few times.
Fluffy
Making
would like to help.
making some noise. You do indeed get it open slightly. I'll say Fluffy pushes as well, but actually 13 was enough. Let me show you what you see.
Because weren't we to go southwest from the laboratory to get to High Point?
Yeah. Yeah.
One moment, having some lag issues again. Alright, why are you not working? About
I'm
now.
assuming we're still feeling pretty good after our battle.
Alright, so as you get the door open slightly, you see this room is just filled with huge amounts of spider web.
Oh,
and
no.
it looks like the web is actually part of what's preventing the door from opening. You see it like goes up to the ceiling, and you can't really even see what's up there. There's just so much web. Does anyone have nature knowledge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you might know something if you want to roll.
I don't have luck today.
So Quentin is probably a little excited. He's like, "Oh, giant spider!" You recognize this
Still a
from out in the
snake. I'm
wilds.
still a snake.
Oh, right. So you just kind of hiss a bunch.
Yeah.
But yeah, you would know this is this looks like the webbing of a giant spider.
I
Burn it all,
should be
Lee.
able to understand that.
Burn it all.
Can I just start using prestidigitation to like clear out the spider webs?
You,
Burn it.
yeah, you could probably burn it. It might fill the area with smoke depending on the ventilation, but that would burning it would.
Fire.
Well, you have or a lantern right there, right?
Do I?
Yeah, I've got a tinder box and shit. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
light it.
Yeah, and Patchwork has her lantern. You could
Patchwork
just-
has the light cantrip.
Oh,
Like, cantrip.
she doesn't have a lantern? I thought she had a lantern.
I
At
have
least
a
has the
lantern,
lantern.
When
I-
Patchwork
but
casts
it's,
light,
I don't think it's not lit
she
right now.
herself basically turns into a lantern.
He
Alright.
turns the headlights on.
I
Yeah.
technically has druidcraft, so he can actually make fire.
Alright. Oh, who does
Yeah.
Kai? Oh, Kai.
I think Kai's got druidcraft, so Kai can create a
We've
fire.
Yeah.
got tinder box,
No, I don't know that.
lanterns, druid craft. Fire is not hard technology for us at this point, I don't think.
True.
Flame
but-
blade.
So who is lighting this?
Fuck it. Darren will light it.
Alright, so you step up.
Quentin, didn't you say you have like gust of wind or something?
He's a snake. Just ignore the snake.
Yeah.
The snake's been.
He just hisses at you.
I talked to Quentin.
Oh, right.
Yes, I have gust of
No
wind.
one had just said
Yes, I have gust of wind. Tell them yes.
yes. He does.
Maybe you can prevent the smoke from accumulating in this area.
Okay, we all
No,
need to
fuck
get.
it. If we all die
I
from smoke
mean-
inhalation, who gives a shit?
I don't breathe.
And
I
Taranu's
will
uh,
die.
yeah. Patrick's like, I'll be fine. Alright, so Duranu, you're good.
Harmless sensory effect. I
I
can
don't
light
think
a
you
small
can.
campfire with prestidigitation.
You can. But at this point,
I-
I'm just like fucking tinderbox this shit.
Alright, so
Yeah.
Duranu is setting a fire as
I'll help.
and yeah, almost immediately the webs start to catch fire, spreading all over the room. As a massive amount of fire and smoke start heating up the area. Are you gonna?
Hold on.
Prestidigitation to blow the smoke away from us.
Okay. Are you backing off any from the heat? Because it's starting to get really hot where you three are right now. Like this area of the hallway is heating up.
Yeah, no, let's back up.
Would it affect me
Maybe
if I have
half
resistance
will
or what?
Maybe can we shut the door?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, the door was only open a little bit. So you close the door as the fire is burning. There's some smoke coming through, but you're kind of gusting it back. Are you moving back to Ranu?
Yes.
Okay. Put the door back there, just so, because you closed it.
And while that's going on, I'll go check out the other door.
Ugh, why does it do this? No, bad. Stop.
We'll just let all the spiders potentially burn to them.
Alright, Chad Frogs just watch on. Watch in horror as humans lit something on fire. But yeah, you close the door and there's lots of burning noises coming from within. So you just gonna wait a bit, see what happens?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check out the other door.
While
that
this
was
one's burning. Alright.
burned.
This other
Gotta be
door...
fast.
Yeah.
Hopefully we didn't burn anything important.
This other door, if you check it carefully, give me a stealth check, as I assume you're still trying to be stealthy.
Yes.
You don't hear anything.
What if we burnt the instruction manual for the machine?
You don't get any
You
treasure.
seriously think we would have got loot? Like, come on.
Duranu's salty
It's
at
not fun.
reality right now. So you carefully open the door, looking in. Seeing a room with some skeletons on the ground. Looks like a little bit of web and another doorway at the other end of the room. As well as, yeah, a bunch of dirt and dust in here.
Patchwork.
Yeah.
Can we get some light over here, please?
Yeah, hold on one moment. Making my way downtown.
Patchwork is humming a tune as she comes down the hallway. But yeah, nothing seemingly in this room other than dirt and bones. Door to the south, door to the west. And actually, now that you're in here, you would notice on the northern wall something written in Dwarven.
Is it another painting?
No, it's something etched into the stone.
Oh, I speak Dwarven.
It would say, the halls of Tarsus, Moradin's blessing be upon you. May the forge burn bright for all time.
Cool. Can I go
You're
check out
fucking
this-
welcome.
Could you write that in chat so I can note it?
Sure.
And
Thank
I'll
you.
go check out the southern door. Because in theory, we were trying to get southwest.
You open the door to more fire.
Yeah, the whole dungeon's on fire now.
Or maybe it's
Oh,
one
God!
down there.
Who knows?
Uh,
Maybe we set the blood hand on fire.
Or maybe it's like a
There-
mine shaft in Minecraft.
yeah, everything just keeps burning.
Everything just, yeah. There's a bunch of lava, so the whole thing burns down.
We dug too deep. So the southern door, yeah, it seems closed. You don't hear anything.
I shall open it stealthily.
All right. Give me a
I-
stealth check.
I'm going to die.
Why are you going to die?
I don't know, because I forgot to check for traps.
Well, you don't die when you open the door. But
But you take 80 points of fire damage.
yeah, so you're only technically unconscious. But
That's the fucking 80 points, it's not.
it seems there is a hallway going south here. You would notice some smoke moving along the ceilings in here.
Okay.
So there might be a bit of a smoky smell. And Duranu, as you step into the hall, you're not being stealthy, right?
No.
So you would hear movement to the south as you walk in here. Although this is probably a good place to stop because we're at 2.
No, I think
Oh.
we should keep going.
You have a patchwork. Something large comes into the light, hefting a huge axe over its shoulder. Making its way towards you, but we'll have to wait on that because, yeah, we are at time.
I think we should. I think we should keep going.
I'm immune to your persuasion.
Lies. Have you seen us, Kevin?
So yeah, let's do a MVP vote. As next time we will have to contend with these weird skeletal creatures.
So, Raven, what the fuck?
Huh?
What the fuck?
I don't know. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
About what?
I think that why was there a machine? Why was there a golem in the vault?
Because the
Like,
dwarves
why
put it
can't
there?
we
I don't
have-
know.
Why can't we have nice shiny things?
You can. You just have to figure out how to get past some of the stuff. Look, the dwarves left a bunch of guardians. It's okay.
We succeeded in jumping through a lot of obstacles and hoops.
So with 2 votes, actually it's a tie. Patchwork and Kai. So I need D20 rolls. Alright, Patchwork.
Yay.
Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, the magic circle came in clutch.
That was a good
Yeah,
choice
that-
for sure.
That magic circle was amazing.
I finally took the time to read through my spells, which I should have done long ago.
Well, spellcasting classes are tough to play. There's a lot of different choices.
Yeah, I'm actually just right now I'm drawing a map of all the rooms. So I
Yeah.
can remember as a player where is what.
Well, yeah, good job, everyone. Well done. You set the dungeon on fire and killed the Bodak.
We burned some spider web.
Burned some spider webs.
as well as all of the probably important manuscripts.
That's probably fine.
There wouldn't have been any manuscripts in there.
There's a golem defending them.
Did I see?
The golem is not letting anyone take treasures.
You know, we couldn't face a fucking stone golem, so why not fucking introduce an iron golem?
Well, I wasn't expecting you to fight the iron golem.
Oh, of course not, because it would have fucking killed us in 2 turns.
Didn't mean to.
But,
Like,
yeah, there might be another way to get the treasure. Besides fighting it.
Convincing it that I'm its master. And that it should a baby. I don't suppose we saw any handy pictures of, like, ruined masters.
Just like worker of the month, like pictures on the wall somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, we saw 2 paintings.
Jim the Golemancer, employee of the month. 3 times in a row.
just out of curiosity, who has the most health in the party? Like, is anyone
That's me.
above a 44?
Buffy
I
has the
have
most health in the
41
party.
at the moment, which is 2 under my max.
I'm 38.
I
don't-
have a big 30.
I don't think the group has a true tank, which isn't a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. I'm just like thinking, like, I'm fairly certain the fucking Iron Golem, like, has like a 50-point damage attack.
Yeah.
That AoE, that would have just like, that could literally fucking kill the entire party in one swoop.
It's true. Although you guys probably don't know exactly what the Iron Golem can do. Maybe it's a custom
Well, of
Iron
course we
Golem.
don't.
It's a customized iron golem that somehow the average.
It actually hits twice as hard as a normal golem.
Specifically
just
designed
it-
to fucking
So we just
Shut up.
instantly die rather than go unconscious.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to you.
Would you not?
Oh, maybe, I don't know. No, I mean, like I said, I wasn't expecting you guys to try to fight it. I was hoping you wouldn't try to fight it. Not everything you encounter should be fought.
We learned after the stone golem.
You guys actually did pretty good against the stone golem. Those summons are pretty useful. They took a lot of the damage off the group, allowing you to escape.
We just got to remember the names, to be honest.
Where the fuck is the Bloodhound base?
Chad Frog.
No, the Chad Corey Dillon.
The Bloodhand base is yet to be discovered. But you don't think it... I mean, this might lead somewhere to it. It's probably not the direction the Bloodhand are using, though, because this place is full of, undead.
Why the fuck are we here then? If I missed something, like, I'm fairly certain last session we were like, is there another way to the Bloodhound base? And this was the other way.
So Lyra was looking for a way through the tunnels, other than this, but she thinks this is the only way that connects to where they are.
So the Bloodhand don't know how to get to Blackwaters yet, or do they?
Well, at this point, you might start to think that, yeah, they don't. So you might wonder, is he telling the truth about this invasion or what this is all about? Because, as Lyra said, there's no way they could have come through here. This would be the only way to connect the Blackwater tunnels and the Bloodhand tunnels. But yeah, you've seen no evidence other than that first scout, the trail that you followed, that you assumed was Bloodhand, that their people are in this area yet.
Well, I'm beginning to think that scout was Blackwater, because the last
Could have been.
scout that we just saw was Blackwater as well, because we didn't see what that guy looked like. He was squashed.
Yeah, so it makes sense that you might be feeling a bit confused or suspicious at this point. Because it doesn't seem like there is a direct connection, other than through maybe these halls of Tarsus that you're exploring. But yeah, there's no way they could have gone through here, because all these undead are in the way.
Yeah, not just that, like, when we first got there was dust and there was, like, no footprints, because...
Yes.
And I was just like, no one's come this way. Why are we trying this way? Because they've clearly not come here, so let's head back and follow on the other ways. And just like, there's no other way. It's like...
Yeah, Lyra had explored the other areas. Well, at least she said she had. And this was the only connection that they knew about. So
I'm already just like, yeah, this is not for that.
What's going on?
I think we should just continue on. Think we should just not worry about Blackwater anymore and just continue on our way looting this dungeon.
No, I think we should continue on, but I'm still worrying about Blackwater because he's fishy as fuck.
You have found a lot of cool stuff in here, so.
A lot of cool stuff that we can't get to.
I'm gonna be clear. If this guy was a market, he'd be a fucking fish market and would stink of freshly caught fish. Like,
freshly caught fish don't stink.
Right, very old fish. I fucking know. I don't live in the market.
There you go.
Yeah, freshly caught fish smell like nothing. Like water.
And I know this because I can't smell fish anyway. But I know freshly caught fish don't stink.
But yeah, hopefully,
like very old fish.
Other than not getting all the treasure you've encountered, hopefully everyone is enjoying the exploration and game stuff.
Not all of the treasure, you mean none of the treasure.
Hey, you got those potion recipes and the essence and
paintings.
The paintings. It's like 200 GP. That's like a house right there.
I've honestly just got no fucking clue what's going on. But that's fine. I missed the session.
Which one did you miss?
When we first came in.
Where we encountered,
oh.
Yeah, well, when we encountered the wizard.
Encountered the wizard.
The dead wizard in the force field.
Oh, okay. Well, Blackwater sent you all down here because he claimed that there was a plan that thieves had, the Bloodhand, to attack him from below using these tunnels. Lyra was showing you all kind of the way through. She wanted. Go
Did he
ahead.
say that like, there was a potential to attack the Bloodhound through these tunnels before they attacked it?
I don't remember if he mentioned that. It's possible.
He said
I
that the
think it
Bloodhound
was
were
a
coming.
counter attack rather
Yeah.
than a defensive attack.
Yeah,
The
so
Bloodhound were coming for him, so he wanted us to do it first.
okay. So yeah, he did mention that he wanted to find a way through the tunnels to where they were and possibly attack them first from below. Because he didn't want to try to act.
I'm afraid he explicitly said he doesn't know if they have found a way to his base.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he
so-
explicitly said that he's got no clue if there is a path.
He kept it kind of vague. Yeah, he said, but he was worried that they were going to try to use these tunnels to get into his house and do something. So that's why this all started. He wanted you to explore and try to figure out a way to get to them, because they do still have one of the vault pieces. What's her
Yeah.
name? Cithril has the necklace or the amulet. So that
Once
was...
we did eventually manage to convince Blackwater is ours.
Yeah.
But why the fuck are we going through all these holes?
try to find a way to get to the blood hand.
Yeah, but and there's no other possible path other than through these holes, right?
That's what Lyra has said, that their scouts explored a bunch of other tunnels, but they were all caved in, and she believes this is the only way through to the... So, here, I think I have the map of the underground.
I'm not in the game anymore.
Oh,
It's fine.
If you look in main chat, you can see the map I drew.
Yeah, that's the holes. Cool.
so yeah, she's, as far as they know, this is the only way to the other side of the town, where the blood hand
Right.
tunnels are.
So when I asked if Darren had seen any other ways,
Oh,
the answer I got back was a Lyra answer, not what I'd seen. Okay.
Yeah, she
That
would
makes
have...
more sense.
She would have told you. I mean, you could take time to explore the tunnels yourself. It would just take a lot of time. Because there's a lot of different tunnels in here that go in a bunch of different directions. Seems like a whole like underground ruined area from the Darien Empire.
So,
Okay, so when I asked the question,
sorry,
my
the-
question, it wasn't Diamant or any of
Darien.
the Lyra.
Or Tharian, yeah.
since Patchwork is the one drawing the maps, you can assume that all maps she draws look like the one I've just posted.
Cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
One of these days. We'll
We'll
it.
get some treasure.
You guys just
Get some
got
kind of
200
treasure.
gold pieces of treasure. It's pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Gold
at
is
least wants
interesting.
items and magic and. Elise is a material girl.
Yeah,
No,
so we
I
can be
am.
creative with
No,
gold and stuff.
Gallow glasses. Gallow glasses. At least doesn't care.
I hoard stuff. I am a goblin.
Yes. I am a hoarder.
Okay. So... Yeah, no. So Quentin's very suspicious of Blackwater. Like, yeah, no.
Yeah, we all are. We know he's going to stop.